everybody, and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I'm a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today with the full cast and crew of monthly modules, aside from Nyla, who's asleep still, but she'll be back with us next week, apparently. But the rest of us are here, and we're here to have a good time this Monday, so let's get through these Monday blues, and let's have some fun playing Dungeons & Dragons. So let's go around. We have Obo Crazy in the DMC today. Obo, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for Monday. Happy day after Canada Day. Happy several days before 4th of July. Happy week of lots of people having the week off here in North America at some point or another. So hopefully you've come to join us with your time off and watch a little bit of D&D.
Absolutely. It was Canada Day yesterday, right? I'm in Canada at the moment, but I'm not really tracking these things because I'm here today. I think most people get the day off today. So hello, fellow Canadians. Yes, I am one of you. And let us celebrate Canada Day together as Canadians because I do love Canada. We also have other Lauren with us today. That's Solid Ginger. How you doing, Lauren?
I'm good, Will. Doing real good. It's my birthday month, so I will be celebrating all of July as me month. So that's exciting. I'm good.
I respect that.
Hi, I'm Lauren. That's Lizzie Ginger on Twitter. Play games around the internets here, the Greyhawk channel, 1502, all over the place. But this is my little home on Mondays. And today I am playing Sugar Adelard, the baby Adelard Azamar paladin / warlock. It's complicated, but it doesn't have to be at all. It'll be fine. And I'm super looking forward to exploring this underground settlement with this happy family. So happy.
Great stuff. But we also have Chris, aka Senrith, with us tonight. Chris, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing better, though pollen is still killing me. That's not just Mondays, though. That's every day. So, yeah, just torture, honestly. Man, the medic does nothing. He does nothing! Anyway, I'll be playing Zymedes, where I'll hopefully unleash all my rage of being slowly killed by plants. And, yeah, he's the oldest of the Adelards, and he's not the smartest of the Adelards, though, but we'll see what happens when he gets down into the brewery. That should be fun.
Yeah. Awesome. And last but not least, we have Toto D with us tonight. Toto D, how you doing?
I'm good. I'll be honest with you. I'm exhausted, but I'm a happy person. I had a very chill weekend, and I'm excited for the 4th of July, obviously, because it just means I get to pig out on barbecue all day, every day. So, but yeah, I am playing Trinkle Tea Bottle, the Halfling Bard. She's a little lewd, a little crazy, and absolutely loves the Adelard family. So she pretty much believes that she's one of them, even though she's not. But she will be.
One day soon.
I'll just marry you all. How about that? Can I just marry each one of you? Fine.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Amazing. As for myself, I'll be playing Rylan Adelard, who is the middle Adelard sibling, and his better half, Nyla, has been asleep for a long time, and so he's been going even further off the rails than he normally does, with no real kind of rudder here. So we'll have to see exactly how it goes. He's very excited to learn more about
a resplendent offering.
God damn it! All right, I'll get to that in a second.
He's
He's very
more
excited
about a resplendent offering.
He's very excited to learn about resplendent offerings. But yes, before we dive into today's game, I remind you guys, of course, you can interact with today's show, follow, tweet, retweet this tweet here, and of course you can donate as well. We've redone the donation, so take a look at the donation panel down below. Especially my favorite one is the ultimate encounter of this month, which is Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf. If
oh my goodness,
at any point Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf ultimate donation happens, everything stops and Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf happens. So
wait. When do I wait? I'm so nervous.
I'll fill you in. So it's amazing. Don't worry.
I need a
It's
lock
amazing.
for actual Cannibal Shiloh.
Oh, I
There
have
is
one.
one.
No, I have
There is
one.
Oh my
Don't
god.
you worry.
Don't worry, we
Don't
got
you
you.
worry.
got
But
you,
yes,
bro.
if you are interested in donating, be sure to check out the new panel down below, and you can find out all the donation stuff. Thank you, Israel, for that donation as well. Of course, we're sponsored here by Fancy Grounds. Go to fancygrounds.com, check them out. They've got a big Steam summer sale on right now, 25% off across the board, and even higher discounts on various other ticket items as well. So be sure to check out Fancy Grounds for all types of different tabletop games. And of course, whalinggames.co.uk for our miniature line of choice. You can get board games, you can get D&D books, you can get all sorts of RPG books over at Whaling Games for up to 20% off the retail value. So go over there. But other than that, I will hand over to Obo Crazy to remind us what happened last week on the show and to take us into today's episode of Monthly Modules.
I need to find out a little bit more about this actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf, because considering the
Who's that?
last couple of games have almost been completely derailed with wild magic surges, I'm pretty much expecting actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf to show up. It's really hard to say.
You certainly
Until
should.
he shows up. Until he shows
I'm
up.
okay with that.
Oh,
Love the lack
all
of
right. I'm
detail.
glad one of us is. All right. Last time on Monthly Modules. So our heroes are still in the Dwarven town. Basically, they were trying to get their goodies and leave. But unfortunately, the goodies that they wanted to get, they had two problems with. One, they didn't quite know what they wanted, and two, Nilo was still asleep. And it was kind of decided that they didn't want to leave Berzamund until she was awake and they had their reward. So they spoke to Borzen Opalpike, who is the leader of this group of dwarves, who promised to put together within a few hours some of their requests, and they headed back to the tavern. And stuff happened. Let's just say stuff happened that you need to watch. Meanwhile, relevant to the plot, they had a moment to speak to the inn proprietor, Faustus Alred, who basically offered them a job while they were waiting around. He has this friend who runs the bar and inn across the street. He hasn't seen him in a couple days. He thinks that there might be something has gone wrong. Hey, would the group like to go on and see how his friend is doing? And if you happen to find out what he's doing and bring that information back to Faustus as well, you might get paid a little extra. There was some sneaking about, there was some breaking and entering, there was some calling of the guards, there was some getting the guards to understand that no, you're actually trying to help. Trinkle found some interesting material stating that maybe this dwarf that you're going after is searching for the recipe for a mystical ancient beer that might have some demonic ties. And there was a giant hole in his bedroom leading deep, deep down into the earth, digging perhaps too deep into the earth. You guys headed on down using the flying carpet that you had secured in a previous adventure and have just now landed in what looks like an ancient dwarven village, long ago buried under the mountain. Looks like it hasn't been inhabited for hundreds of years, except that there's a pair of dwarven feet that you can see trotting away from this elevator that had been built to go down to the bottom. The only thing that has disturbed this dust and debris in possibly centuries. And as you all land, the carpet on the ground, a little sending up its own cloud of dust. Those of you of dark vision can see a bit more of the periphery. I think someone had cast light, so you can't quite see everything. But as you were coming down, you could see that this seemed to be a large cavern in the style of a dwarven town, and one side of the cavern looked like it had fallen in, and so perhaps this was something that had been cut off from other parts of a complex. But there seems to be about half a dozen buildings of various sizes in various states of decay. Everything is made out of this gray stone and very blocky buildings, very simple blocky architecture, nothing elaborate, nothing too fancy. And the footprints very quickly lead off towards one of the buildings. It looks like one of the larger buildings. And here you are. What would you like to do?
Amazing. So let's just quickly get through these wild magic surges here from
God.
Isriva, who gave a couple to
Yeah.
us, along with Forbrand as well. So my wild magic surge is at an enormous volume of acrid smoke spews from where I am.
Okay.
It
Why don't you get-
might be an
let's get-
alchemical
let's get-
thing. I built.
Yeah, let's get them all and let's just try to work the. Okay, so we got
Alrighty.
acrid smoke.
7972 for Sugar. She got two of them.
Yeah.
Which is when you see or are hit by magic, you giggle for 1d10 rounds. Good.
Thank you.
That's on,
Thank you.
that's on
Amazing.
brand.
I'll say the first time you get hit by magic. 1d10 round.
Oh, I-
And-
First time.
What detail?
Also, Sugar wobbles and clangs like a buoy while walking in fog. You wobble and clang. Interesting.
For this
You got it,
adventure,
Chris.
and I will say acrid smoke counts as fog.
Great.
Yep. What's that
Yes.
die, Chris? And Trinkle's boots fuse to the ground where she is now standing.
Alright.
Amazing.
It's
Anybody else? Any other wild
Slash
Slash
magic
die.
die,
surge?
Chris.
1d 10,000.
Slash die. 1.
Almost like we've done this for like 10 weeks, Chris.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
155. Man, nailed it. See allergies. 1599. You suffer intense pain in your eyes whenever you see undead. Intense pain in your eyes whenever you see undead. Get
Okay.
your eyes to look up.
So we don't find any of those guys.
Undead dwarves. Undead
Undead
dwarves.
dwarves.
Alright.
Oh god, their New York accents are so thick.
I'm so
Right.
racist, I can't take it anymore.
You only get to do in death. Oh.
Are there any others?
That
Or
is
that all
that
the
is
wild
all of them
magic?
so
Pretty
far.
good.
Now we're caught up
We
on
are
Okay.
fine. We are ready to explore right
Fine,
now.
how are you? The
Roll.
four of you step off the carpet and take a moment to gaze around at the architecture in front of you, the simplistic buildings and everything. You can all clearly see the footprints leading off. Trinkle, you try to take another step and you find you can't move. Your boots are stuck. There's something wrong with your boots. And just
Okay.
as you're about to nope, go ahead.
I was gonna just go, my feet! That was it.
As you realize your boots seem to be stuck to something on the ground, Rylan, you have a little bit of indigestion, and
Mhm.
and as everybody is
As a bear
distracted by
attacks the party.
Trinkle, as a bear attacks the party,
Thank you,
as
went for it.
everybody is distracted by Trinkle, getting apparently stuck to what looks like just rock and nothing else. Out from you're wearing like robes, correct,
Me?
Rylan?
Oh, I'm
Rylan.
right. Yeah, Rylan's definitely just wearing robes. He's got like leather armor underneath, but yeah,
Just
mostly
robes?
There's
Mostly robes.
and now if he's wearing a kilt. So underneath your robes, there's a and all of a sudden you are all surrounded by this acrid smoke. It's got this green tinge to it, and it kind of fills the area that you are in. Trinkle, you would immediately
Okay.
move, except you're stuck.
Rylan, what did you eat? What did you eat?
It might be from a potion. I'm not entirely
Did
sure.
you
It could be
drop
magical as well. Perhaps.
It doesn't
It could be
it doesn't do any
that
damage, but you all are
Hmm.
coughing and it's hard to see, and you want out of this smoke right away.
Yeah, I will move away from him. If you're going to do that, give us a warning.
I,
Okay.
We can roll down the windows.
Windows? Are we on the ground?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean.
we are underground.
Like, if you don't worry about it. There could be windows. There's windows in that building right there. So, deal with that.
The cloud of
Keep your-
smoke kind of spreads out a little bit around where the carpet has settled, and you can move out of it except for Trinkle.
Oh, okay.
I can't get
Can
my
I-
feet up. My
Okay,
boots.
okay,
My
come here.
favorite boots.
I'm going to
goodness.
try to. Yeah,
Boots
let's
seem to be
yank her.
malfunctioning.
We're gonna yank
Wait.
her.
Don't tear the boots. Don't tear the boots.
I won't
Uh-oh.
tear your boots.
Not the boots.
It's Diomedes and Sugar. The two of you are going to try to
Yeah.
yank her. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well-
need athletics checks from both of you. And
Can I give him advance? Can I help him? Can I aid him?
yeah, if you want to, instead of roll, you could just say that you're going to aid Diomedes and give him advantage.
Make him feel like he is good. There you go.
Important.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So
Alright,
Sugar,
let me
you,
roll that wrong.
you- athletics.
Huh?
You're fine. You're fine.
that
You're
right.
fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
23.
You did that right. All right, so you all start to scatter out of the smoke because it's rotten eggs bad, and Trinkle is sealed in place. Diomedes and Sugar rush back in to go help, and Sugar, you realize as you're rushing on in that in this dense fog-like smoke, you're making a lot of noise. Something about this smoke is just all of your armor seems to be affected by this. You are unable to really walk in a straight line. You're just making a ton of noise. So
Oh, I just hit your sword with my armor.
Want to be quiet? I can hear you all the way. I mean, I don't even have
You're
to see you when I know where
shouting.
you are.
You're the one who's shouting. You're
Oh, yeah.
shouting.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just.
It's okay. Yeah, Rylan. Rylan, we're gonna have a talk about
Yeah.
your diet. You need to do
That
all coffee and
Post it all.
donuts, and you would smell much
Some-
better.
As you guys are saying
okay.
this, Diomedes grabs Trinkle, and with you pull a little bit, and then you kind of realize with your strength, no, this isn't the way to do it, and you actually get down and grab her boots and poof, actually like angle push them off, like using her ankles and the boots as leverage, and they pop off like they had been welded to the ground. It's really weird.
Oh.
Trinkle, you're fine, but it's a little, you stumble a little bit as he pops them off the ground.
The hell?
My boots look okay.
Yeah, the boot's okay.
Are they stuck?
The boots
You can't
okay.
tell. You can't tell in this acrid smoke as you're
Dang
too busy
it.
coughing
Let's
and
get out of
choking.
here.
I'll buy you a new pair if ever.
Oh my gosh, but your
Come on.
little halfling feet are so cute.
Yeah, I know. They're my favorite
A
thing.
little hairy.
Look, they're so tiny. And I painted my toenails.
All right, you guys
That's
rush out of the smoke coughing. Hopefully this is going to dissipate soon because it's kind of surrounding your carpet right now. Sugar, as you leave the smoke, you kind of regain control over your armor, and it stops clanking and making tons of noise. And I would like perception checks from all of you.
but I'm super
Let's just calm
subtle.
down and let's take a look around here.
Ooh, 19.
That's the 7.
I'll see.
19. This is so crazy.
A little distracted here.
Yeah.
Likewise. Too much smoke. And all that retching actually made me feel sick.
I'm 19 too.
Yay, we are so perceptive. Even when I'm just staring at your little feet.
You know, that gave us magical powers.
Yeah, I think so. I think you are right.
Magical perceptive powers.
What's going
Well,
on?
the boys are distracted by everything that just happened. Fair enough. Trinkle, especially realizing before how much noise you were making, and Sugar, as you kind of get control over your armor, and the two of you take a look around, and you see about 35-40 feet away in the direction that the footsteps were going from this area, you see a figure slowly stepping out of the darkness. A dark, ominous figure, and then next to it, rising out of the ground, is this hulking monstrosity of a crab. So,
Why? Why?
Who wants crab cakes?
Crab battle.
Oh.
What the hell is
Crab battle.
This robed undead figure, which is gonna cause some issues.
Wow.
Thin skin, eyes without just that are just empty sockets, strides towards you slowly. Not like the shambling undead that you guys are used to, but something a little bit more animated, something with a little more agency. And you can see it's got its hand out as though it had just pulled this crab out of the ground. And as these two beings approach you, obvious malice in their intent, we can all roll initiative.
Does the crab seem undead?
Also,
The crab does
I'm guessing
not
with a
seem
name
undead.
it doesn't, but I'm guessing with a name like Deathlock, sounds like a metal man. It's also probably not.
Deathlock! Oh!
It's also pretty obvious this thing is.
With Jake, I am literally blind for this whole combat because my eyes! Oh god! What's wrong? The undead wild magic surge, isn't it?
Why?
Well, I'm gonna say
Initiative.
Why?
I should roll initiative.
the eye pain, you're gonna have disadvantage against the deathlock, but not against the crab.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Alright. The crab's. You're right.
Okay.
No. Really bad.
Yeah, but add
Four.
it.
Oh, I should roll initiative with advantage.
That might be nice.
Hey-ya!
Oh, not bad.
Ooh.
Hold on. You roll again. I'm not on it with the initiative. What have I done? What have I done
I
now?
don't know. What are you doing, Chris? Get your
Where's
head in
my
the
roll?
game, man!
Why are you
Fine,
so
the
bad?
person- what are you-
Hey, I'll just think of the 19.
I think
Yeah.
you forgot how to play D&D on Fantasy Grounds. Just saying.
Wait.
Roll 20 grand.
Sprinkle.
Roll 20 grand.
Alright, I'll just stick with the 19, that's fine.
The
Okay.
boldest crossover.
Either way,
Just-
you clearly win initiative. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
You clearly win initiative. You go first. These two figures are about 30 feet away from you. You have a hard time even looking at the humanoid figure. It is so clearly undead that it hurts. And what would you like to do?
The one dead, it hurts! Oh, God. Alright,
What
that's
do your
it.
celestial eyes see?
Decaying
Nothing.
flesh. Ugh. You should be wearing more robes in that certain area as well. Anyway, I'll draw my sword. Sorry, I have a sword. No, my partisan and my shield. No, I don't have a shield. Oh, I have a crappy shield. But anyway, I'm gonna rush towards the crab nonetheless and rage.
Crabby shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, you can kill it and make it
Oh,
into
you
a
should.
shield.
Take off the,
Right?
the
Yeah.
cross. Yeah. Come.
All right, so I'm gonna rush up to the crab. Does he look aggressive? This crab.
Oh, yes.
I got a spike bracelet, so I'm gonna take that as a means of aggression. So, yeah, I'm gonna go for two attacks with my partisan.
Sure.
Let's go.
You could say the crab looks crabby.
All right.
Mm.
There. I did it. I got it out of the way for all of you.
What should you say?
Should you?
All right. I'm
That's
gonna
too
go
late
one-handed. I've got my shield in the other hand.
Sure.
Right. Got my knife. It's 22 to hit.
That hits.
Excellent. All right. I'll have some
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
and some divine fury. So that's an extra
Yeah.
3. So an extra 7 points of radiant damage. The first part of the damage is just normal piercing.
Yeah, you sink your partisan into this creature, managing to find one of the sections that is not heavily armored, and you do some nice damage. And you said you had a second attack?
Right. I will strike there again. Try to get 15. Is that hit?
Sadly not. As you pull back to strike again, it angles itself in just a way that you glance off of its heavy armor and do not hit.
Alright. I'll hold back the crab. You get that disgustingly abhorrent thing out of my sight. I point towards the undead guy.
Working on it.
All right. Well, Rylan, it is your turn.
All right. In that case, I am going to do. I'm gonna magic missile this Deathlock dude.
Sure.
With first level spell slot, because I want to see how bad he is. All right, so that is math. 7 points of damage,
All right.
and
Takes
the
it.
bolts come out from my wand.
Zoop.
See what he's
And
made of.
They douche, douche, douche into his form. He takes the damage, but his body barely reacts.
Interesting.
Anything else?
No. How far away from him am I right now?
About 30 feet.
I'll move so where I'm about 45 feet away. Kind of like
All right.
back
You
up a
are
little
just-
bit.
Yeah, you are
Back it up,
just on
back
the
it up,
edge
back
of
it
your
up, back it up.
stinking cloud. If you back up anymore, you're gonna be right back into that horrible
Okay.
acidic stink that you started out before. but
You
you're just
made.
It made me feel so bad for
Yes.
him because he's the one that dealt it, you know?
Oh no. You know how sometimes they're so bad that even you can smell
Even
it?
you. Yeah.
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 Yep, yep.
I've had a
Rich
couple
one.
of those. Silent
It
but
is-
deadly.
Yep.
Oh,
It is the Deathlock's turn. It's
What?
going to... You rolled really well for initiative.
Damn it.
What is it gonna do? Oh yeah.
Did it roll? It rolled
is-
the.
It is upset. Or actually, you don't know what it is, but it stares at you, Rylan, as you back away. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
Oh, dear.
saving throw. Wisdom
You
saving
backed
throw.
away from me. Why'd you back away from me?
Why'd you do this?
I'm your sister.
6. I don't think it would have helped. Even though it was
No.
with those kind of
Sadly,
rolls.
no.
Oh no.
As you back away, you stop at the edge of this horrible mist that you've created. You look back at it as it glares at you, and then it smiles at you. And
Gross.
a twisted iron crown of jagged thorns appear on your
no.
head, and your gaze is overcome with red as you are just incredibly angry. And it casts Crown of Madness on you.
Go.
Out of Rylan.
Crown of Yep.
I was
we'll
saying,
see
does
what
that even
happens.
change anything?
I become a full
Like,
functioning human.
really?
Yep. So
The thing about
that
Rylan
happens.
is he's
He's always angry.
Always.
He's always angry.
You know whatever the Hulk says, like you don't know what it
More
is.
just irritated.
Yeah.
than normal.
And that's all it does. Sugar and Trinkle, you guys get to go at the same time because you rolled the same thing. Who wants to go first?
I think we didn't. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, but say
Oh,
she
looks
rolled
like
a
both of
15.
you rolled a 15.
No, I rolled something low.
You rolled
I
a
rolled a 6.
6.
Oh, okay. So Sugar's gonna go first, and then Trinkle.
Okay. So I was going to maybe try to make some conversation because I was like, oh, cool, a grab. And then everybody started attacking. And now my brother's got some weird new hat. And we didn't talk about team hats.
I'm very
So
angry
I'm-
about this hat.
Okay, I'll get it off of you. And I will cast Hexblade's Curse on this stupid guy who's hurting my brother. He looks undead. I'm a paladin. Let's go.
He's very undead. Oh, it's
Let's
obviously undead.
Let's go. And I take out my prickly sword, give it a little pat, and charge in, and I will attack him twice.
Sure.
Sugar's coming
Okay.
to save the day.
So
Gotta make sure the day go away. I feel like you should have your own theme song. I'm just saying.
I would
I
really
think
like
she
that.
has
Thank
now.
you.
I think you just did her theme song. I think it was awesome.
Just made it
Okay.
happen.
Cool. Can't see. Does a 15 hit him?
Sadly, no. As you rush
No.
forward and hit, just at the last minute, you see a shimmering field is surrounding this creature. You think he's got some mage armor on.
Gross. Okay, here we go. I do it again.
Do it again.
23.
That will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll
I'm
damage.
going to fuck him up with some divine smite too, if you don't mind, at 2nd level. And I think I get an extra one because he is undead. So let's
He
get
is definitely
this
undead. It's super obvious he is undead. There's
Okay,
no
so
doubt.
it's 4.
Super
it's
clear.
1d8 plus 13 plus 4d8.
All right.
Okay, here we go. So that's 20 because I get extra damage for Hexblade's Curse. And then 4d8 radiant. So 34 points of damage.
Total.
Nice.
Moly.
He's got to make a concentration check.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Hold on to the crown of
He
madness.
needs to roll a 17.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, that would be an 18 with his
No.
constitution.
Oh,
Does hold
no.
on to. He takes
Isn't
a
that
ton
always
of
the way?
damage, and
Damn
you can see that while the little bit of damage that the magic missile did didn't get this creature to react, your radiant definitely does, and it as
Well,
you
don't be
slice
putting
into it.
hats on people who didn't ask for hats.
Well, he continues to keep that hat on. Anything else?
Nah. No,
All
that's
right.
it for me.
And Trinkle, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go up to, I'm gonna run to Rylan and I'm gonna slap him in the face, and at the same time, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Oh,
Get
all right.
back here, you! And then, but then immediately as I'm doing this, I'm like, Sugar! Yes, please! Take this arm to his knees! I'll just keep slapping him a couple times.
And that's
The first ones were like just Dispel, and then the third couple were just because Rylan needs
Enjoying
He
it.
needs it.
You get into it.
You've been in kind of a dark place recently. That dispels anything
Yeah, I
third level
just-
or lower, right?
Haven't
Yeah.
in a bad way.
Yeah, anything third
Oh,
level
yeah.
or lower. Yeah, which I
Yes.
don't.
The crown of madness disappears off of his head as you dispel it, and then he is just left being slapped.
You can stop that slapping me now. All right, maybe one more.
Wait, I can't hear you. What?
All
What's
right,
your
anything else?
inspiration die?
Oh,
Did
it's an 8.
Sweet.
Would you like to inspire? Or are you done?
That was what the song was supposed to be. Sorry.
The song
Oh.
is inspiring.
I thought you were just being awesome. You're being awesome and also inspiring.
Well, I was killing two birds with a stone. I mean,
You can sing to me again anytime.
Always. All right. Then in that case, it's the crab's turn. Giant crab.
Come on, Green.
Let's see. Well, crab doesn't do very much except attack, so it's gonna do that. It's got a Ziomedes right in front of it, so it's gonna attack. That's a natural 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Well.
drink.
Hell shell. Not gonna be
Good night.
That was the first hit. So
oh my goodness.
yeah,
Damn.
it's usually.
People kind of.
Let's roll that. Oh, I
You
need-
had your necklace. Remember that.
Remember the necklace.
necklace.
That'll be handy if I go down, but let's see. Oh, damn.
That is 29 bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning.
And
Big.
Bludgeoning,
Yeah,
I
and then-
resist.
And then I need you to make a Oh no, you're just grappled. You don't make any. He hits you, and so you're grappled.
Oh, I'm just
So this
grappled.
claw comes along and slams into your side and clamps down. You feel the weight of its impact. You take some of its damage, and then its second claw is gonna come along.
No.
Done.
You can go on. Ugh.
Oh boy.
Stop it.
Does a 15
Rude.
hit?
15 is... Wait, I've got... With my shield... No, not with my shield equipped at the moment.
Okay. So the other
Yes.
claw comes along. You see it at the
No,
last
wait, that does
second.
No, that's exactly a hit. Sorry, my bad.
No,
That's
is your
exactly
okay. You
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to raise your arm with your shield, thinking you can block it, and it actually hits you right in the arm under that shield.
Ooh.
That's another.
Brought down the crusty crab on me.
The crusty
That's
crab.
20.
Is
That's 20 bludgeoning damage.
20.
You are
Oh,
Yeah,
And
and you are currently
frick are you at
grappled
now?
by this giant
Yeah.
crab.
I'm not even
and
less
it
than
is-
12. Ah!
All right,
Not
that's a
even, bro.
challenge. Mhm.
Oh my
At the end
god.
of the crab's turn, Xiomedes, you are currently grappled by a giant crab.
Ah, get off me, you shivering barnacle. Gonna go.
Suddenly becomes a pirate.
Yeah, right?
That was not a wild magic surge
Very
I had.
nice.
Not yet. We haven't done that one.
There is a wild magic surge that makes everyone dress like pirates.
Am I grappled or am I restrained?
You are just grappled, so your speed
Just
is
grappled.
zero.
That's
Just
fine,
grappled.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna
Not even
try and
restrained.
swing him. Whilst he's got me grabbed, I'm gonna, he like raises me up to his face, I'm gonna try and slice up that.
All right.
The shield doesn't seem to be doing much, so I'm gonna go two-handed, drop the shield, and even do it.
I will say, since you are currently grappled, if you drop the shield, you're not going to be able to
Yep.
pick it up until you're no longer grappled. You would know this.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm
Alright.
going. You know what? I'm going reckless attacks as well. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
God.
get dirty with this crab.
Come on
I
in,
don't like this
and
crab.
welcome to the gym.
on. So
Ooh,
a 19, so plus
19
26 to hit on the first one.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah. 26 definitely hits.
Nice.
I'll add some divine fury as well. So that's 24 points of damage. The first hit, 8 of which is radiant,
Okay.
and then the second
Still
hit.
angrily chittering at you. You know, it's that weird noise that crabs make. That's it's not really a noise. It's just their shells moving against each other and
Yeah.
still grappling you.
All right. In that case, take another.
Nice.
I avoided the natural one, and another 26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Cool. Has a whopping 12 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
All right. You see blood pouring out of its front where you've just been stabbing it over and over again, kind of right in its fleshy front. It's still standing, but it's looking really injured.
Hmm.
Anything
Nice.
else?
That is my turn. Yeah.
All right. Ryland, back to you. For a moment, you felt insanely angry, but now you're just a little annoyed at Trinkle for slapping you. You know she did the right thing.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
I move past her to get a line of sight on this deathlock dude again.
I don't think you really have to move
is-
past me. You just probably put your hand above me.
Put a bit through, yeah. Over the top. And let's see. Could I get him and the crab in a fireball and not Xiomedes?
Since the crab is
Such a
currently
way.
grappling Xiomedes, no.
Okay.
And you'd probably get
Oh, that
Sugar
limits
too
one.
at that point, because Sugar's right in front of
And you
this.
would never do that to me. I'm your baby sister.
In theory, I could like position it backwards behind him in such a way that wouldn't get Sugar, right? She's within 5 feet, so I could position
yeah.
it 15 feet behind him, and
Yeah, you
Um,
could do that, but you're still, since Xiomedes and the crab are currently
They're
sumo
hugging.
wrestling. Yeah, you'd hit him. You could
It's okay.
position it in such a way to
Crab
just
cake.
get the death lock.
okay,
You could, like,
let's do
get
that.
the
Let's
death
just
lock with just a corner.
yeah, let's just get a
Do it.
deathlock with a fireball. Sick
Sure.
of you and your stupid hats.
Okay, and this is
And he owes me a deck saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
think I can actually roll it for you.
Oh no, I roll it. I'm just double checking something. No,
Okay.
that's not the way that works.
That is
That's
not.
okay. I
That
tried
is
to roll
wrong.
with advantage. I just rolled 2. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I rolled an 18
Sorry, I
and a
was looking at
12.
those.
That's all right. He rolled a 21 on his dex,
Yeah, that's a save. So he's gonna take half
Holy
of 29,
nice.
which is math.
which is 14.
Spider crab.
Okay.
Spider
14,
crab.
yeah. 14 fire damage,
Nice.
which hopefully burns him a little bit.
It does burn him. He takes it. His back is singed. You see some of the flesh blacken and crisp. He's still standing
nice.
there, but it is taking that damage.
Ha!
Anything else?
That
And
was really
is my
good.
That is my turn.
All right. It is the Deathlock's turn. He's got a paladin right in front of him.
Leave me
Warlock
alone.
paladin, but a paladin.
No, mostly warlock. Don't look at me.
Right.
I'm not beaming holy light.
It's not like you're an ace either. Like, come on.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
about to say,
holy.
right?
I'm not divine. They don't worship me like a goddess in this town. Don't look at
Okay.
me.
You should just like walk into the stinking cloud.
It's gonna
Like
reach
Homer Simpson.
out a clawed
Don't
hand.
touch me. Don't touch
It's not
me.
touching
I'm
you.
Gross. Gross.
It's not touching you.
Gross.
It's casting a spell.
Don't do that. Don't do that either.
So dark energy erupts
No.
from it.
Oh
Tendrils
no.
that batter all the creatures within 10 feet of it, which does include
Gross.
Sugar, Diomedes, and the crab.
Good.
So I need
Kill your crab.
Diomedes and Sugar to make strength saving throws. Sugar, as you've had a spell cast upon you, you are at because aren't you supposed to start giggling when a spell gets cast on you?
They're tendrils? That's not like tentacles, is it? This is not hentai.
No,
Oh,
this is
goodness.
nope.
Okay.
This would be arms of Hadar. So it'd be arms of
Oh.
Hadar. You start giggling, so I'm gonna say your strength check is at, or your strength saving throw is at disadvantage because you are giggling.
Oh, damn.
Add +4 to
Yeah.
that Diomedes.
This Hadar guy was a real dickbag.
Oh,
What
it
do you
rolled
roll?
like so. It did that very wrong. 12. I don't. No, it did like an extra. I cannot deal with it. It keeps saying I'm not proficient in my armor, and I
Okay,
don't know
Indeed.
why, but I am.
that's all right. Sugar, what'd you get?
12.
And Diomedes, what'd you get?
You have
24.
inspiration, not that you have to.
Oh wait, I have inspiration. I have inspiration. I have inspiration. Hold on.
All right.
It's like I tried to bless you.
Okay, 12 plus 1 is 13. Mother bitch.
13
Yeah.
still sadly fails. Diomedes
Yeah.
saves and the crab saves. So
Okay.
Good.
so Diomedes and the crab are gonna take half of this damage.
Okay.
So that's 6 necrotic damage. So Diomedes and the crab will take 3.
That's half of 3.
And Sugar, you're gonna take 6, and Sugar, you can't take reactions until the end of its next turn. And I need you to roll the 1d10 to see how many rounds you are giggling.
Also, thank you to Gareth, who's been subbed to 2 years now. This is apparently our 2-year anniversary of being commented on Twitch. So didn't know that, but fucking awesome. Thank you, Gareth.
Nice.
4 rounds.
All right, okay, so this is round 1. So in 3 more rounds, you will stop giggling. While you are giggling, I'm gonna say you have disadvantage on pretty much everything. Yeah.
Oh, snap it.
Giggling. How do you do anything while you're giggling?
It's true.
Very well.
Yeah. And then I think it just
I feel like the crazy maniacal like murder giggle, you know, like while she's killing people. She's like,
Yeah.
and let's see here. Thank you to Wobbits, a wild magic surge for Diomedes.
Oh boy.
Oh,
This is a
all right.
good
We'll
time.
do that on Diomedes' turn. We'll do that at the beginning of his turn. We'll give him time to roll it, and it'll give
Yeah, if you
Time to
roll, I'll
finish
look it up.
this. So it casts this spell. It hurts all of you, and then it moves back about 25 feet.
Wait, no.
Not even close, Chris. Not even close.
Yeah, no, way from you guys.
I was like, he got a perfect 10,000. Oh.
It's like, wow, he did
That
it.
would have been amazing. I kind of want him now to have the number 10,000. Can we just
No,
give
you
him that number
don't.
now?
You Trust
I don't
us.
think I want to. It's probably the worst one. It's like black hole and.
And you die.
And dies.
And you die.
Okay.
Alright.
So the Deathlock moves back away. Sugar, it is your turn.
Okay,
This is round 2 of your laughter.
cool. That's cool. I will go after him and hit him anyway, laughing the whole time. I'm very amused
Sure.
by this, as you can tell
You
from
are
my
at
voice right now.
disadvantage on all of your attacks.
I know. I don't care. Here we go.
Look, there's just a chat going on while you're trying to hit people.
12. And
No,
that
your
doesn't
giggling
hit.
gets in the way.
Sure. And nope.
Nah.
I
You
love
are in
wild magic surges.
hysterics as you foo to one side, foo to the other. Anything else? Sorry. Trinkle, your turn.
I am going to on the undead dude. I'm gonna cast Shatter on him.
Sure. Is that an attack or a saving throw?
Oh, give me just 2 seconds as I Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's gonna be a 17.
Oh, he just makes it. Yeah, he got it. Dang it! Why
You
don't
take
you
half
stay
damage?
down? Oh yeah, but it does take half damage. Oh ha 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 ha. You're right. I was just like
I
so
think that's
mad
a
that he
first
just
level
made it. I was like, no. Okay, give me 1 second. Roll. Oh my goodness. I just made here you go. 15 to half, so 17. Maybe 7.
All right.
It just happened to grow a number.
Is this got an extra
You
one in front of
cast
it?
Shatter onto it, and it seems to be able to resist a lot of the damage, but you see it still shudder, taking some of it.
Why
Anything
you no die? Yeah. Just
I don't speak
Okay.
undead.
I don't speak undead. I know it's like. Does anyone understand what he says? Ah.
He said,
I'm good.
all right. It's the crab's turn. Crab, which has
Crab.
Diomedes. Crab is
Ah,
going
crap.
to continue to pummel Diomedes.
Oh yeah, Mr. Crab.
Where did my... There it goes.
I think that crab's getting
18
more
versus
action than
AC?
anything.
Yeah. You're only gonna get 13 now.
He's got crabs.
He's got crabs, exactly.
That's 21
What are you
bludgeoning
doing over
damage.
there?
Getting bludgeoned
21.
by a crab.
Yeah, that's hurting. Yeah.
And the second one, 16 versus AC, I think also hits.
Yeah, that's it. You're rolling with advantage, aren't you? Yeah.
That's not what I wanted to do. There we go.
Yeah, I'm bloody.
How bad are you?
That's 13 bludgeoning damage.
It's another 6 or 7. I've been rounding up.
You're at
by the
6
way.
or 7?
Round down.
No, no.
Always round down on everything.
Oh, we're always
round
rounding
down
down.
on damage, round down on healing, round down if it's half damage, always round down.
Okay. In that case.
Sorry. From now on, everybody round. When in doubt, round down.
I'm down.
On both the good and the bad.
I've taken 40 out of 63. There you
Yeah,
go.
this crab
Just
has
wanna
got
say
him in
what?
its grip and is just like punching him.
You're going down first. Trust me.
Well, the crab's turn is over. It's Diomedes' turn, who I believe has a wild magic surge.
Uh-oh.
It sure does. And any charged magical items nearby lose 1d10 charges. I've got a charged magic wand.
Yeah.
Oh
and the one
yes,
that-
you do.
Yeah. Roll a d10,
right.
Chris. We'll see
God.
how badly this goes for us.
Oh
Oh,
god.
there it is. Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
charges.
that's out. No charges.
Sorry,
On
please.
Great.
chargeless.
Lend me your power, everyone.
As you suck
That's
power
what's
out of
going
his
on.
wand, what would you like to do, Zymedes?
Okay.
But then like to use it to empower my partisan and try to finish this creature. So, what will it be? Krabab. I'm gonna throw this 200 reckless attack at him. Let's
Sure.
go with it.
It's looking super hurt.
Mission victory. Oh god. 13.
13 does not hit.
Not hit.
Its armor
No.
is still way too thick. Do it again.
Yes. Okay. Oops. Yeah, try it again. Natural 20, that's better.
Hey!
Little fish with him.
Everyone drink
And I
to
get to
natural 20.
Divine Fury on this. Alright, so I think that's how I roll it. No, ignore that. I pressed it way too much. It already worked out that I was gonna roll a crit. So that's fine. So no need to double the dice.
Yeah,
Fantasy
it
Grounds
does
is clever for its own good sometimes. Let me just roll it again just so I can ignore that.
Sure.
For your own good, Chris.
No,
For your own good.
alright. Alright. So 2
Trying to help,
and
Chris.
so let me focus that. It's 2 plus 11 is 13 plus 6. There's 17, 18, 19 points of damage. I'm going to use Divine Fury
Nice.
on this, as it's the first time I hit. So that's also this, I think. Yeah, that time it worked it out cool. Okay, so plus another 12 radiant damage.
Describe in gory
You okay?
detail the death of this crab.
Excellent.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Rock and roll.
So, as it's got me pincered right now, I'm going to stab the partisan into the claw, wrench myself free, and as I do, I'll snap the entire claw off, grab a hold of the claw, slam it round its head, push the two pieces of the pincers together, bursting his own head, and then I turn it sideways and then shove it down into the neck and rip it down so the crustacean just simply breaks open into two pieces. And then
It
I'll start
is-
placing bits of meat on the partisan like a shish kebab.
I was like, does anyone have butter?
It's totally ready for lunch. You are totally ready for crab meat Wednesdays. It's great. Yeah, you slaughter this thing and leave it ready to be served at Red Lobster. Anything else?
Well, I'll just sit down and start taking a bite of this radiantly burnt, it's cooked with radiant, so it's extra good.
I will
just
say,
sit down
because it
and
is
start
cooked with radiant meat, it is perfectly cooked, and any weird taint that might have come along with it being this giant crab, gone. It's
Gone.
delicious.
Taints destroyed.
Exactly.
Mm.
As Zymedes enjoys the flavors of his
destroyed the
hard work. And it's delicious. Rylan,
Babe,
your
I didn't know
turn.
you knew how to cook.
Only in the midst of battle. Battle cooking.
Oh, shit.
I feel like that's like some sort of anime show, right?
I think I made a class. I think I made a class for 5e called the Battle Chef one. So I think it's on my website somewhere. Like 3 years ago. Reminded me. Okay,
There's a whole
let's see.
game that's just diners and Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's what game you're playing right now, and you're winning.
Yep.
All right, Rylan, what would you like to
I had
do?
a firebolt this some bitch. For
Yo.
a bollocks. That's
Whopping
an 8 to hit. Yeah, that's not gonna
Not
do it.
gonna do it.
I'm distracted by the sheer destruction of this taint that Zymedes has just performed here. You're gonna have to show me how to do that, brother.
What? Can't hear you. Too delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I can't hear you. This change is too delicious. All right, it is the Deathlock's turn.
It's my turn.
What's he gonna do now? Yeah,
What's he
Sugar,
gonna
he
do?
really doesn't like you. He is unhappy with the fact that there's a paladin in his face. Warlock, paladin, warlock, paladin. Despite the fact that you missed him last time, you're laughing, and it can't help but think that you're laughing at him. And that's just mean.
Yes, I am the meanest.
And it's going to at you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do it.
Do it.
Nope.
Sadly, no.
Ziomedes, you get a wild magic surge as well here from Thorbrand. Thank you for.
Stop.
All right, we'll do that again at the top of his turn. Sugar, as this horrible undead creature breathes on you, you feel your flesh goosebump as this necrotic energy washes over you. You are not a plant or a magical creature. Okay. You take 31 necrotic damage as it casts light on you.
Ooh.
And it
That
hisses at you.
Hurts.
And it is not happy. And Sugar, it's your turn. As you are on round 3 of your 4 rounds of laughter.
But it's now I can use a reaction, right?
Yes, it was just until the end of its last turn. That was something else. That was the spell that it cast on you because you failed. So now you're at disadvantage for everything for laughing, but you can react again.
I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to use a reaction first.
I know.
And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to turn it?
No. I'm doing.
Then it's gonna fail. It's a 5.
Oh, yay. So basically, it takes 31 radiant damage. It deals back a channel divinity. It deals back the damage that it just cost me. So I flip it off with my free hand while I laugh and point at it as it lights up.
Yeah, you guys kind of trade damage, and you're left both kind of grinning, laughing, or hissing at each other.
It's good. You see, you did it to me, I do it back to you, but opposite, it's funny. Now I will. Are you laughing? I can't tell. Okay, and then I'll attack it. It just. Okay. First attack. Misses. Second attack. Oh, it's not a disadvantage, but I don't think it would hit anyway, so.
Sadly
That's
not.
fine. I got them pretty
nice
good
chunk of-
anyway.
Oh yeah, 31 radiant damage right to its face.
Yeah.
All right. Trinkle,
That's
you
a
watch
reaction.
as Sugar and this undead creature trade necrotic and radiant damage and are now seem to be locked in a contest of either yelling or laughing at each other, but it is your turn.
I am going to try to cast hold person on him. Wisdom saving
right.
throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Come on. Oh no. But
It's a he has to beat a 16.
yeah,
Here
he
we
is
go.
going to cast counterspell actually.
Oh,
No!
nice.
Is it yeah, hold person is 4th level or lower, right? Third level
Yeah.
or lower?
Yeah, this is level 2.
He's gonna stop hissing at Sugar for just a moment, and he's going to and counterspell it. Sorry.
That's fine.
Anything
I'm
else?
just gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to Diomedes and then eat some of the meat next to him. Just Kind of.
Even in your anger, it's delicious. Like, radiant cooking
of course.
is awesome.
This isn't bad. Honey, we need to live by the ocean.
Well,
Diomedes, it's your turn. I believe you have another
Wait.
wild magic surge.
I think this bit's a bit undercooked though. I got 3,868.
All right, let me do this one up real quick. I definitely have played Made RPG before, Conrad. Yes. 3868 is when you next teleport, you arrive fully healed. It's useful.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Not bad.
That's super.
All right.
All right.
Actually, this
Write
bit
that one
tastes
down.
delicious.
What would you like to do?
All right. Now I'm kind of replenished, at least in bodily, in my stomach at least. I'm still covered in wounds, but I'm gonna try to.
It's not like Skyrim where you eat and you're just like suddenly better.
Yeah.
Cheese wheel, cheese wheel, cheese wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheese wheel.
The crab meat. I thought mud crab's more vicious than
Mud crab.
Are you going?
Okay.
You guys going to come help me? Or are you just going to keep eating?
Right. Yes. Right away. It's not coming.
I don't care either way. Actually, you can stay there if you want.
Oh, you got this? I mean, I'm perfectly fine if you got this. I better.
Totally. Yeah, no, it's fine. I got it.
Not sure what you mean by
I don't
it's
even want
fine.
you to come over here. I don't want you to come over here. Don't.
You think she really means it?
Tell you what, I'll try and help her. But I'm not gonna attack the thing because it's just too ugly to look at. I'm gonna run over to Sugar and use healing hands. So I heal number of hit points equal to my level. That's it. So it's just you heal for our level 7. So you heal for 7.
Thank
There
you,
you
brother. That's really nice.
Offer a bit of crab meat as well while I'm at it.
Wait, you can do that? You can heal like me?
Yes, I've always been able to.
Well, I know, but I don't know. I guess this is the first time we're really conscious for it. That's cool. That's cool.
I'm not treading on your toes, am I?
No, actually, you're turning me on, if anything. But okay, let's keep going.
Oh my god, I wish I had
Sorry.
died to the blight
Kill me.
spell.
I'm going to learn the
Deathlock.
silence spell.
The Deathlock looks
That
over at
is
Sugar and
okay.
says, "Should we leave them alone? Do they need
Yes.
some time by themselves?"
No, we should go and continue our cool fight.
I agree.
My
Let's
action
kill
is around.
him. Let's kill one another some more.
All right.
Anything but that.
That's a different wild magic surge. Rylan, it's your turn.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna try and firebolt him again. I don't want to use my.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yay!
a baby.
Woo!
Well, that's
So
gonna
that
hit.
is
Nice.
12 fire damage. Should my cantrips be 2d10 now that I'm 7th level?
They are. It rolled 2.
Yeah, but that's only because it was a crit, so I think I should do that again.
Oh,
yeah, I was
yeah.
about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lot more.
Yeah.
Plus an extra 10, so 22 fire damage. I'm gonna have to edit that in my
Nice.
spell.
Excellent. Well, before you edit your spell, Rylan, describe in gory detail the death of this creature.
I I look over towards where Trinkle just said that, and thinking back to when I was slapped, I just get out the wand and smack it down into his face as he's like, and it goes into his mouth, and he eats it and dies. It's
Seems
awesome.
like he likes your wand too.
And it's
I'm
interesting.
going to.
His head explodes, but it's mostly just kind of this black wispy mist that explodes and floats away as the rest of its body collapses to the ground, dead or undead or dead again. Who knows, really? And yeah, these things are dead.
Is he dead?
They
And I
Luke said
gained
dead, dead.
5 hit points from him dying because I cursed him.
Sure.
Does he have?
What?
Is his body still there?
Yeah, the remains of his body is still there, and the remains of the crab is still there, but his head has exploded.
Oh, God, look at that thing. Oh, awesome.
Certainly not a normal thing one would expect to find down a dwarf's chasm
Right.
in this man's home. I mean, why
Right.
is there giant crabs and some kind of monstrosity of undead flesh summoning that creature up from the ground?
I literally
Could
have
be
no
going on.
idea. I'm going to poke
begs the
it.
question-
I'm going.
Is the dwarf even still alive?
That's a good question. If he is alive, I'd be more concerned than if he's dead.
He might
So,
be
I
alive
will-
but dead.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to poke around this body and see if there's anything fun on the body.
Sure, go ahead and roll
While
an
it
investigation
does
check.
that, I'll be looking away from it and saying, "Does it look like a dwarf skeleton?"
Too big.
It does. No, it looks like a thin humanoid figure of that might have been a human. Maybe
Too intelligent
an
as well.
elf.
He
Which
did
of us
not
are
have a dwarven accent either.
He
He
didn't
just
sound
kinda
like he was
hissed.
from round here.
10.
You search through the tattered robes that are left, and you don't find anything really. It's
Gross.
obviously an undead creature, but it seemed to be something a little bit more than your average zombie, and it seems to be very well preserved. So you get this sense that it summoned the crab, but something else might have summoned it. But you don't find anything. It's not wearing anything. It's got some tattered robes and that's it.
Cool.
Interesting.
It is cool. It was cool.
Well, now it's dead.
Well, hopefully there aren't more of these giant crab things and these gentlemen around here. Or if there is, perhaps then almost wonder if there's something drawing them here or creating them. Usually these undead abominations need someone to summon them. Usually that person is
Did you
alive.
do it?
No, would
No,
I
you
have?
didn't.
But
Rylan?
Do it.
What did I had? What if this dwarf, who is a little bit suspicious by that other dwarf's standards, and let's face it, all dwarves are suspicious anyway, so he must have been very
Nope.
odd. He had a chasm in his home leading directly down here. What if he'd been working on this? What if he himself were some kind of mage or summoner involved in whatever business is going on down here?
We were told he just makes beer.
Yeah, I was
Perhaps
saying
that's a
maybe an
euphemism.
alchemist. That's about it.
I mean, we don't have a hobby.
He may have hidden it from the world. I mean, the chasm, perhaps he didn't tell everyone about it and says, "Oh, I'm just making beer," but at night he summons devils.
Right. Yeah.
That would be the first.
I mean, not crazier than the other I thoughts we've had. By the
True.
way, Diomedes, you heal for 14. I'm using a 3rd level spell on healing.
Thank you, Trico.
Second time was a mistake. The first time was the real one.
Feeling much better. I say we can we'll take a seat and enjoy some crab while we think this over if you want.
Not necessary.
Did it come
Okay.
out of? It came out
At
of one
all.
of the buildings.
You're unsure where it came from. It seemed to come out of from the direction of the footsteps you were looking at, but you're a little unsure of beyond where your dark vision ended, where beyond that it could have come from. But you could wander around and do a little investigating, see if you can figure it out.
Let's
Sure,
do
I'll go
it!
for a walk.
I want to go walk too.
Sure, roll. Anyone who's doing some searching around, do a perception check for me.
Second one.
I'll aid.
Perception check. Perception.
I'll aid Trinkle, I guess.
14.
16.
Oh,
I was aiding you. Don't.
Okay,
Go
okay,
ahead.
okay. Oh my
God.
goodness, still really not great. I'm having a hard time,
Alright.
I'm distracted.
what's distracting you, Trinkle? I'll say, yeah,
Oh,
you
this
rolled.
crab meat. This crab meat's delicious. I like took a handful for the road. I've never really had crab meat this good in my entire life, so I'm like munching. I'm like, oh, no, let it roll it out. Well, maybe we can go here. That's literally.
Yeah, Xiomedes is sat down by this crab and is just nomming away. You think that you should get up and go look with your friends and see what's going on, but oh yeah, this crab is too good, so you just sit back down next to Xiomedes. You're like, Sugar and Rylan got this. Sugar and Rylan got this.
Yeah,
Sugar and Rylan, you do. You
Don't let
wander.
this go to sleep.
Woo!
You don't go too far. You maybe go like 30, 40 feet following these tracks. With those rolls, you can see that there's actually a number of tracks in this area. It all seems to be the same set of footprints, but the tracks that you can see are the most recent. They look to be... It's weird down here because it's so still and quiet. It's its own little bubble, and there's no breeze, there's no nothing. The dirt and dust that's been disturbed is fairly well preserved, and you think this might be 3 or 4 days old, and it's still pretty fresh. But you do see evidence of other tracks that maybe whoever this was had checked out a couple of the different buildings. This most recent set of tracks is heading towards one of the larger buildings about 50, 60 feet away that you can see, that's towards the edge of this town. And as you're following those tracks looking for evidence of where these creatures might have come from, you do see a part of the ground that's been torn up. And it is about the size of that crab. You think it might have been buried just under the ground or the dirt, or had been settled in there, and when it got up out of the ground. You can actually even see the little well, not so little, it was a large crab, but you know, they've got those spindly legs, and you can see the leg markings in the dirt that have come from this rift and then gone forward. So at least you know where the crab came from. The undead creature seem to almost float a little bit over the ground, and you don't see any evidence of where it might have come from.
You seeing this, Sugar?
Yep, I see it. So we want to go that way. I don't know, I could sit down for a second. I wouldn't mind that so bad because, you know, he tried to like drain my life from me.
He did
Plenty to go around.
What?
And there's plenty more meat to go around.
Oh my goodness.
Perhaps we can take a rest while Xiomedes eats his crab.
Right, it will take forever.
Right.
The whole crab?
That's my
Probably.
Yeah. And then we could go in that building over there. Yeah, let's
All right.
do that.
Good idea.
Do these houses look dwarven in construction? You said they were really plain.
They're very plain. Go ahead and roll a history check as you guys wander back over and sit down near the giant crab.
18.
They're very simple, but you think that, yeah, this might have been like early dwarven. Like you can see, now that you examine it a little bit closer and you're taking a longer look at some of these buildings, yes, they're very simple, but some of the basic architectural features are the beginnings of design elements of modern dwarven style. You think this might have been ancient dwarves, centuries and centuries old, and a simple town, but yeah, you do think that this might have been something, this might have been the ancestors of millennia ago of dwarves.
Okay, we're definitely dwarves lived here and not just a bunch of creepy, half-naked zombie magicians or crabs. So definitely dwarves at some point.
That's good, I guess.
Yeah.
And if
So-
you guys use your hit dice during this rest, you get an extra 2 for Song of Rest.
I shall.
I don't need to actually.
Plus, Diomedes, because of your necklace, you get double
I
Use
do.
'em.
Double one. Yeah.
the hit die. It's like double the whatever you get, like twice, something like that.
Yeah, I just rolled a one. So,
Nailed it.
Wow.
I need to roll.
Dice are kind. Roll.
Let me just
So-
double check.
Yeah, okay, Rylan,
Perhaps-
what are you trying to say?
I'm thinking here, whilst all of the crab meat is going on. Perhaps this dwarf's just stumbled upon an ancient dwarven settlement which has been long lost, dug down here like the other dwarves when they stumbled upon the Myconids, and something's been going on down here for a while. Maybe our dwarven friend isn't to blame. Maybe he just dug too deep and too greedily.
Cool.
Yeah,
Maybe. I do not know.
maybe. You know, maybe there's a flying unicorns down here who, I don't know, there's a lot of things it could be.
Yeah, flying
Somewhat.
underground unicorns.
Some
I like
things
it.
are more likely than others, though, aren't they?
Twinkle,
I
you
mean,
remembered
are
some of
they?
the stuff you saw upstairs in this dwarf's house did seem to indicate that he was actively searching for, or at least researching, that weird beer.
Weird god. Yeah, the weird beard from the god. Well,
So what?
I think we just
A beard or beer?
beer like gluk, 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 gluk.
Oh, cool.
Like,
Better
you know-
than a
Maybe
beard.
research.
There's a secret recipe, and essentially I pull out the little the notes and I pass them around. Rylan, you can read this. I found this, but I just think he's trying to find the secret recipe from the underworld. The underworld, I mean the hells, essentially.
What? Why would
Dwarven
looking
hell.
for a secret beer recipe involve undead and giant crabs?
Well, I don't
That'd
know
be
the
good.
Maybe
undead
it's
giant
crab.
crabs part.
Maybe crab is a secret recipe, a secret ingredient
Maybe it's
to
an
the beer.
ingredient for the beer.
Right,
Maybe that's why it tastes so
Stranger things have
good. Crab beer?
Oh my god.
crab beer does have a certain ring to it, doesn't it?
I mean,
No,
Beer
No.
crab. Mm.
no. That does not sound tasty. Mm-mm.
you're on to
What was
something,
the name
though.
of? Sorry, I apologize. I wrote it down, but I lost my paper because we've been cleaning. What was the name of the god that had the beer?
So you found
Oh.
the stories that he was researching was about the god Hanseth, who is the dwarven patron of Hanseath. He's the patron of war, carousing, and alcohol.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the story that you found talks about how thousands of years ago he snuck into the Nine Hells and stole from demons the tome that included the recipe that
This
is
magic beer.
supposedly the most intoxicating beer in the multiverse, but that he then hid it away in a dwarven temple and a shrine to him because it was so potent that even he was worried about his own people not being able to handle it. So it's celebrated in the stories, as you kind of skim through them, and Rylan, as you're skimming through the stories as well, it's celebrated as a story of thievery and smarts over demons, and a little less about the prize of alcohol, because even the stories talk about how this is almost like a weapon that they were able to take away from the demons, and how proud they are of outsmarting these demons.
Interesting. Well, nonetheless, once we take this rest, let's go into that house over there. Sugar's correctly identified it as having some tracks around it.
Yeah, well,
No
we gotta find this dwarven temple.
Wait, this
Fascinating.
okay. This sounds insane. I'm so. Wait.
What do we do that is
Okay.
not insane? Let's just ask you that. You have a camel.
Well said.
What? Yeah, it's a pink
Pink
camel.
camel.
No. Okay, so the dwarf god, he stole beer from the. Was the guy drunk when he wrote his journal? He is a dwarf.
Well,
I
unlikely.
mean, I would.
Maybe on
Safe
some
to
ale,
assume.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, I usually write when I'm drinking. You know, I have a little
Do
on the
his
side.
footprints look staggering? The dwarf footprints, they look like they're what, like a buoy wobbling.
No, they look, with your perception checks from before, not only do they not look staggering, they look almost like he might have been moving quickly. Not running, but like intent.
Oh,
But
we should catch
did
up
we
to
confirm
this
that
guy.
these? Did we confirm that these were dwarven footprints? Like their size?
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
once again with that roll from before, they're pretty clearly dwarven sized.
Well,
Right.
let's go.
Clean off my shield of the rest of the crab meat.
Onwards.
I'll use it as a makeshift plate. But yeah. Good to go.
walk and eat.
Yeah. You guys finish your short rest and start to follow the tracks, which are pretty easy to do. They are incredibly clear. And I will say at this point, the cloud of noxious fumes has dissipated. Sugar, your giggles have abated, and Xiomedes, you no longer have the eye issues. We'll move
right.
beyond that. Okay. You follow these tracks for a little while until you get to the edge of this town where there's this larger building. You can see it seems to be a 2-story building, although part of the second story has collapsed. And so the whole building itself is not habitable. The door has broken and it looks like it was ancient to begin with, practically falling apart from mold and mildew. But it's been recently pulled off, and you can see the shattered bits and remains of it over on the side. And when you poke your head in, this seems to be a really ancient bar. It's a little unsure. The tables and the chairs are obviously decrepit and there's practically nothing left, but it is a larger room with what looks like it could have been several tables and chairs. There's a large stone bar across one side. There's a big hearth fireplace, and there's a door leading off to a second room in the back.
This is a.
And you can
Well
see on the
rundown.
left-hand side. Sorry, go ahead.
This clearly isn't a very popular tavern. It's all the patrons.
No.
Diomedes, do you
so
remember
old.
the undead man we just saw back there in the giant crab?
Right. He probably scares off all the patrons.
That's not at all.
No.
Right, of course.
You're
Hello?
so cute.
Well, that's
That's
what
a
I have to
word
do to
for
get a
it.
drink around here. God.
Thank God for
Is
that.
are there any so this is where the most recent footprints led.
Yes.
Is it dusty in here? Do we see where they went inside?
Yeah, you can actually see that this room has been searched fairly thoroughly, at least from what you're seeing the footprints do. They circle the room quite a bit. You can see that the bar itself has been cleared of rubble and debris. The back left corner of this room is collapsed in on itself. It looks that's part of the second story that you saw that had collapsed down. It kind of goes into that corner. The right side has the doorway with the missing door that leads into darkness. And you do see
I
that
love darkness.
Yeah, darkness is fun. The footprints circle the room quite a bit. They head over to the fireplace. They've obviously, whoever this was, cleared off the bar. They seem to have done a thorough search of this room, at least visually, ran around it a bunch, and then they head back into that back room.
I
Well-
love back rooms. I don't know about you guys.
No, I'm all for
It's my
dark and brooding.
favorite type of room.
I know. Anything that's dark and brooding. Right up your alley, Rylan.
And when
Yeah,
I
because he can
interesting
light it
secrets.
up. Because he brings light to wherever he goes, because he's a good brother and person, and we're going to go light up the room. Come on, Rylan.
Come
I
on,
honestly,
Rylan, let's
honestly
shine bright like a
couldn't
diamond.
care less about the
No, come
the
on.
lighting situation in any room. But
You
let's
two
go
to
look.
the dark back room. I've had enough
Okay.
of crabs today.
That's so.
All
Come
right.
on, Rylan.
You guys-
Come on.
I follow her.
All right. The back room is small. It is relatively empty. except towards the back wall on the ground, you see a hatch that has been opened. It looks like a really thick metal hatch. You can see someone has pried off the lock on it and opened it, and there is a metal ladder leading down into what you think might be a basement.
Oh my
Nothing else in
goodness.
this room. It's pretty empty.
How
Well,
many flights do we have to go down?
I do not know. I think
I
Rylan
know.
is right about the cool thing he said about the digging deep, whatever.
Too deep, too greedily.
Yeah, the
Classic
ominous.
dwarf behavior.
Yeah, I
That
mean, that
seems
makes
like
sense.
not a cool thing to say, but okay.
Absolutely.
You guys,
what they
I'll
are.
go. You want me to go down? You want me to go down?
I'll go
Where
with you.
Felix, way up above you, that guard Felix is just like, yo, that's racist, yo.
I'm trying to stop him. I'm trying. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go down first.
I'll follow.
Sure.
I'll look around
Alright,
the bar.
so Sugar, Trinkle, Ziomedes, you said you're looking around the bar?
Yeah, I'm just going to be looking around the bar for the moment.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. And Rylan, what are you doing?
I am turning off my camera, and I'm following Sugar, and helping her search. I'll probably cast like a light cantrip to help guide ourselves in the dark as well.
Sure.
Some extra illumination.
You
Hey,
leave your brother to search the bar.
That's what he wants
Sugar
to do.
heads down.
He's gonna be there a
It's
while.
it's a rung ladder, so it takes you a little bit to go down. It looks like it's only one floor. As you do that, Ziomedes, what'd you get in your investigation check?
At 10, just kind of looking for any drink or glass or wine bottle, anything.
It's
What I'd expect to
empty.
see. Empty.
Yeah, you see maybe bits and pieces of glass that might have at one point been part of a bottle, but it's ancient and there's nothing. You don't even find
Ugh.
a full glass. It's all bits and pieces of broken glassware, bits of pottery. This at one point in the ancient past was probably some kind of tavern, but it's been long abandoned.
No wonder the
Sugar,
place gets no business.
you land on the ground first, and as you turn around and move away from the ladder just a little bit so that Trinkle can come on down, you see a chamber. It is about 50-60 feet, and it looks like whoever or whatever had ransacked this ancient town had maybe not been here ever. It is filled with bookshelves of books. There is at the far end of the room, a table that has candles sitting on it that look like they've been recently burnt. They're out now. They're burnt down to nothing, but the wax that's settled around it looks recent, like this just happened. And you notice in the dim light, as Ryland is about to come on down with his light, from what you can see with your dark vision, sitting on top of this table, this dwarf-sized table, open is a book. And as Trinkle comes down the stairs, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Me or
boy.
her?
At the moment, just you, Sugar.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. And then plus 4 to whatever this is. So 15.
You are drawn to this book.
It's my favorite.
Something
it's my
about it.
favorite thing.
Something about it is compelling you forward.
Yes.
And Trinkle, as you come down the ladder, and Ryland, as you start down the ladder, you see Sugar stride across the room with purpose, take the book in her hands, and start to read. And
Doesn't matter the system.
Sugar!
I love doing this. I love it.
I as soon as I see her grab a book, I'm like, Sugar, no, don't read that.
Wait, I
And
want to
start
read
running
it
down the
too.
stairs. No,
I actually
but
run up
read.
and try to read it too.
Stop reading my books.
Trinkle, as you make it down the ladder and look over and see Sugar reading this book, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I want to read the book.
I'm sure you
This is a
don't,
bad
though.
idea.
If I had to
do.
guess, I would say you maybe you don't, though. I guess you're
No.
gonna.
Piece
No,
of fiction ever.
I'm
It's a bad
gonna. I
idea.
want to read this book.
Yeah,
I do
Trinkle,
this
you
so often.
are compelled to try
I'm
to
reading the
grab
book.
the
I'm reading the book.
I'm taller than
Oh.
you. You can't reach it.
Sugar,
I
you're
start
not-
climbing up on.
You don't feel like withholding it. You
Oh.
just need to read it. So it's not like
Yeah.
you're trying to hoard it. It's just you have to read this right now.
Yeah.
So Trinkle, you come running on over. You can climb up onto the table behind her and like read over her shoulder. Rylan, as you land,
Sounds
you
good.
see Sugar intently starting to read this book. She's holding. It's a small book. It doesn't look like it's got a ton of pages. It's this red leather cover with symbols on the face of it that you can just barely see now that she's kind of holding it up. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I get the bonus because I'm next to Sugar.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
she's still giving off her bonus.
Okay, wisdom's not what I'm good at, but that is a
Oh.
natural 20.
Oh. Nice.
Definitely doesn't want to read this book.
I hate this book.
You feel the compulsion to read
Shitty
this book.
sequel.
Part of it
Mm.
is you are just the kind of person who wants the knowledge, but
This is
you
true.
immediately recognize this extra compulsion as coming from outside of yourself. This is not a natural thing. This is not you wanting to read. Something is trying to force you to read.
This is the book
And as
wanting
you-
to read you.
As you approach, you can roll an Arcana check.
Something's
Sugar
going
and-
on here. The book's fucking us. The Arcana is a 19.
I
Nice.
don't remember those kind of
Um,
books, but okay.
You can
When the book
feel-
fucks you.
in Soviet Dwarven town when
That's what the Torrens
Book fucks you.
When you try to read, book fucks you.
book reads you.
You're trying to read
I
fuck
mean-
book fucks you.
What are you doing right now as they all head downstairs?
Sorry, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Are you going downstairs
Yeah,
or are you just
I
gonna
can
hang
do
out up there?
I don't know this is going on. I got bored looking around the bar, and then I kind of head over towards the fireplace probably and be like, they've always got to keep secrets in the fireplace, amongst the ashes. Yes, I'll get to the bottom of this mystery. And I'll start rooting through the ashes in the fireplace.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
All right,
Oh goodness.
let's have a look here. Ooh, actually, not too bad.
Good.
You touch all of the brickwork, expecting one of the bricks to be pushed in and find a secret entrance. Nothing. You pull all the brickwork, expecting to find a secret compartment. Nothing. You search on the ground where the fire would actually be. Nothing. You look up the chimney. The chimney has like partially collapsed, so you can't see out the top. But you look up it, looking to see if you can find anything. Now, you're pretty sure there's nothing going on in this chimney. As you're doing that, Rylan, you approach this book and you can sense how powerfully magical this is. The enchantments on here are multi-layered. You'd have to do a thorough identify to really see what's going on, but it is very clear something has tried to compel you to read this book.
There's some kind of curse on the book. Listen to me. It's trying
can't-
to
I'm,
force
you're
you to
in the- I'm
read it
trying
because
to. I'm
stop
trying to read.
reading my
You're
mysterious
talking,
book.
and it's
This is like
distracting
my
me.
one thing. My one
No.
thing that I
Sugar-
get is mysterious
No.
books.
No.
You get the
Sugar, you
coffee.
You don't even hear Rylan. You and Trinkle
Yeah.
are just entranced. Rylan,
I
what
would
languages do you speak?
identify it with my magic wand, but thanks to that wild magic surge, I have no charges on my wand.
Sorry.
For once, I'm
No, no.
super happy about wild magic. What languages do
Are
you
you-
speak?
For once.
Those charges went to cooking the crab.
Wait,
It's like heart.
What language?
I need to know, Rylan, what languages he speaks.
Goodness. Let me actually go check, see what my character sheet says. Speak. Where does it even say this? Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and whatever we speak. Oh, we speak Celestial, don't we? Yeah.
You cannot read this book. Can't read the cover. Can't read. When you kind of take a quick glance at the pages that Sugar and Trinkle are reading through, it's a language you do not understand. Sugar and Trinkle, as you are reading this book, it's a cookbook. It's perfectly readable. It is 100% perfectly readable, but there's something off about it. It's I've just lost the word for it. What's a cookbook for cocktails? Like
A cookbook.
like it is a book. Yeah, it is specifically just for drinks.
For like making mixed drinks.
There's definitely a
mixed
word for it. I
drinks.
didn't know what it is.
Yeah,
or
there's
just
a
normal
book
drinks, I guess.
The chat's probably yelling at us right now. But there,
Yeah.
whatever that word is, it is a book specifically recipes for alcohol, either beers, some mixed drinks, a variety of different alcoholic beverages. But even as you are compelled to continue to read and flip the pages, there's something very off about these drinks. They include ingredients that are the blood of an elven woman, that are the cries of a sprite, that are the tortured screams of the damned, that are the blood of a man flayed for 3 days. Like, just horrible, evil
Tasty.
ingredients. And the concoctions have these demonic names to them that some of them don't even really translate, but that turn your stomach. They sound just horrible. And
The music's getting intense.
music is getting intense. The both of you take 13 psychic damage. And I need the both of you
up to full.
Yeah, not anymore. 13 psychic damage.
Nope.
And I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws again.
Okay, you can have the bonus. Oh, fucking finally. 25. Goodness, Sugar. Come on.
Oh wait, I didn't even put any modifier. Wait a second, I apologize.
At this point,
If I take that one, it's
like,
+4. It's +4, so it's gonna be 12 in the end.
Okay. Zymes, what were you saying?
I was going to ask, do I hear them screaming out in pain if they are under some sort of affliction?
You will in just a brief moment. So you kind of finish your inspection of the fireplace. You stand up.
Yeah.
Yep, there's nothing here. Sugar, the pain courses through your psyche and your soul as, like, even though you've been compelled to read this book, something about it horrifies you enough that you drop it. Trinkle, you feel that pain, but still feel compelled to read.
Like,
and
I need
even
to read
through
it.
that pain, you actually grab it as Sugar lets go. Trinkle, you grab it and continue to read. Zymedes, you hear them cry out, and you can very quickly start to run on over. There's only really one place to go, but you do hear them cry out.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys have actually found something down here.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
Mom,
call
we-
up. Help, Zymedes! They're reading the book. It's cursed. Smite it!
Yes, but
I say, for once, smite something. I actually want you to this time.
Wait, hold on.
Mom. What?
Now that I'm not enchanted, can I read the book? This is me. I do
kind of
this no matter
shake
the
your
system.
head. The memories of what you were just reading, it's disgusting. It's horrific. And you look back over at the book that Trinkle is continuing to read, just wide-eyed, kind of slack-jawed. What languages do you speak?
Common, Celestial, Infernal, Abyssal.
You do.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm about to say your evilness is coming through.
This is in Infernal, and but you kind of shy away from looking at it. You kind of, it's just reading it reminds you of some of the horrible things that you were just reading about. And while you can pick out a word or two, you instantly kind of want to look away.
I think I could read that if I maybe take a break from it. Maybe.
But let's just take a break first, please. Can we help Trinkle here?
Oh, right. Trinkle.
Zaimid,
I cover her eyes.
Zaimid, at this point, you're coming down the stairs, and you can see all of this happening. Sugar, you're going to try to cover her eyes?
Yeah.
Trinkle, I need you to roll. This is going to be kind of a grapple thing. So, Sugar, I need you to roll an athletics check, and Trinkle, I need you to roll an athletics or an acrobatics to try to escape.
Why? I did that at disadvantage again because it thinks I'm not proficient in my damn armor.
You can just add in the armor proficiency.
I know. I can do it. So,
right. I know I can. I just don't want to.
I just don't feel like it. Leave me alone.
Not today.
Leave me alone.
All right. So
just
Trinkle
take
got
the 8. I don't care.
Okay. Sugar, you try to cover Trinkle's eyes, and Trinkle, you are so intent on reading this book that you just dip and duck out of her hands very quickly and kind of move over to the side. As you do that, and as Zaimides lands in this room and takes in what's going on, a figure appears, moves out of the bookshelf next to Trinkle. This large amorphous creature. It seems to be made out of smoke and what look like ink and pages almost wrapped around it. And why won't it share the sheet? There we go. It fades out of the shelf, moves in front of Trinkle, and says, "Must read knowledge." And we can all roll initiative.
Oh no.
All right. Well.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, it was a good campaign.
Good campaign. I'm excellent campaign. With it.
Yeah,
super awesome campaign. It's been an
honor.
That's it for you on counter roleplay.
Oh boy.
And that's all we've got time for, folks. So.
Oh my!
Don't worry, I'm not much further here.
Oh, that's a 7. I thought that was a 1. Oh.
I'm just taking in what's going on right now. I'm like, what? I'll be reading that.
This is what happens when you don't let me read the mysterious books.
You can't even read it.
What did you actually get for your initiative?
11.
I got 8.
Oh no, Sugar.
I thought it was that 1, but it wasn't.
9.
Is it 9? Okay.
Rylan.
Yeah.
Rylan's highest.
18.
I got like an 18, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't able to use the normal initiative tracker on here because some of these creatures are not in the regular monster manual, and so I have to do. That's my fault. I got to figure something out. So I can't. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way in a couple of ways. But Rylan, as you are desperate to figure out what's going on with this book, get it away from Trinkle, you see this creature appear out of the bookshelf that Trinkle has kind of backed away into. Get in front of her. It's about 10 feet away from all of you, and you get to go first. What would you like to do?
I'm going to firebolt it because this thing looks like it might not like fire.
It's made out of paper, maybe?
Right? 15?
15 does hit.
Or... Oh, baby. 15 points of fire damage as well.
Alright. You hit it solidly. Doesn't seem to take as much of that damage as you would expect, especially for something that seems to be made out of bits and pieces of paper.
Oh, shit. I move move behind Ziomedes, so I move into cover.
Okay.
Full
I've got
cover.
really
I don't know if that
I don't
really
wanna die.
counts as cover, but sure. All right. It is this creature's turn. What is it gonna do? All right. Trinkle's reading the book. Rylan attacked it, so yeah, Rylan, it looks at you and it starts to whisper in a language that you can't quite understand, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Specifically what I was trying to avoid. I have +4 to this.
Yes, you do, buddy.
14?
14 fails.
Whoa!
The whispers seep into your mind and they distract you. You have disadvantage on all checks, attacks, and saving throws until the end of the target's next turn.
This cocktail sounds
Intend of
fantastic.
its next turn. Yeah, you're just distracted by everything, as you just have disadvantage on everything. And then it is going.
All of the things.
It's going to stay there, and it is Trinkle's turn. Trinkle, you're
I
reading
probably
the
take
book.
damage.
You
Do I take damage from it? Oh yeah.
Take 14 psychic damage, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Any wisdom saves?
Da 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 da. Can't touch me.
+4.
Oh, you're +4. 17, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
17 succeeds. You
Yay!
snap out of reading this book, horrified by what you were just reading. You are about halfway through it. As I said, it's a small book. It's maybe only about a dozen, 20 pages, and you're just and you drop it.
What the holy heck is this?
What languages
Not
do you
good.
speak?
I do not speak Infernal. I speak Catholic, Celestial, Common, and I can't remember the last one. And something else.
Something else is not
Undercommon.
Infernal.
Yeah, not Infernal. I know. I don't speak Infernal.
You know what this book is from reading it. You remember everything, but now looking down at where you've dropped it, you can't understand any of the
Do I still like
words that are there.
remember what it meant? It's just I don't read it anymore.
Oh yeah. It's burned into your mind. You and Sugar are gonna be having nightmares about some of these recipes for a while.
So gonna read.
At the end of your turn, this creature is going to use one of its legendary actions.
Legendary
Pick up,
No!
it picks up the book,
No!
flips to a page,
No!
and it shoves it back in Trinkle's hands. Trinkle, I need
Read
you to
this
make a
chapter,
wisdom
it's really
saving throw,
good.
but you get to
My
do it
favorite
at advantage because you've already made the saving throw once.
Oh,
Wisdom
okay.
saving
Whew.
+4 is 20.
20! Woo!
You
What's
take
that?
the book, but immediately drop it again, like hot
I go,
potato. Nope,
"No!"
nope, nope out of
Nice
there.
try.
Nope.
Nice try.
All right, and that is the end of that. It is Sugar's turn.
Don't be whispering sweet nothings in my brother's ear. He has a girlfriend. And I will cast Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
Are we
Because I
sure
got back
about
from the
that?
short rest. No. I just thought it would be cool to say. And then I attack him a lot. With my sword. With my sword. Natural 20 and I'm gonna pump a second level Divine Smite into it, you son of a bitch.
Well, I'm gonna drink to that.
Ah,
Yes, go sugar! Go sugar! Yes! You're the best! Yes!
hello.
Okay. I'll just roll the other attack too while we're here. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll all of
20,
the
20,
the
no.
attacks.
Oh, that 19 for the second.
That also hits.
Great. Love it. 2d8. Is it fiend or undead?
It is undead.
Ooh.
So 1, 2.
Oh, my
so
eyes.
No, Ziomedes,
8.
that's
Oh,
That's
no.
fine. We'll do that for one. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like her
That's
giggling.
11 total. It's 11d8 plus 18.
11d8 plus
Roll it.
18?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Plus 18.
Oh,
59 plus
holy.
18.
Plus
Damn.
69,
Lots of that is
70,
radiant.
So 78.
Yes.
78 damage. All right.
Holy shit.
Excellent. It
Whoa,
wails, and you hear it scream, but it's like a whispered scream. It's like
What? What?
bits of the wispiness around it seem to fade, but it stays together and is still floating there. But you
Damn.
it super
After that.
hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just wrecked you. Just wrecked you,
Anything
bro.
else?
No, I'm chill.
Sugar,
Okay.
you're hot.
Thank you. You're hot too.
That was impressive, I have to say.
That was
Guys.
Yeah,
impressive.
that's more than you've ever done. Sorry,
That's
that came out wrong.
not true. Only too
Which
bad.
is why it's going to use another one of its legendary actions at
Sure.
the end of your turn.
Be
It's
pissed at
going-
sugar. Be pissed at sugar.
I think that's what paladins excel in, is pissing off undead.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's so true, though.
Buff your friends, piss off undead enemies.
Okay, I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw. It starts it screams, and the scream fades a little bit, and then it comes back again as this howling babble of craziness that just fills all of your ears. And wisdom saving throws for everybody.
Plus 4
bad.
for this.
10.
Is this
very
being frightened
low.
or charmed at all?
I just.
Is this a charm or frightening thing?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay, good. That's fine.
Me and
Wisdom
Rylan
saving
failed.
throw? Up the butt.
Trinkle also failed. We all failed, I think.
Okay, wait. With
Good night, sweet
because I know because this is a saving throw. So 9, 12. Ziomedes got a 13.
13.
So the highest is a 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Look how
highest
you
is
all
13.
failed.
Yeah.
All right.
We knew in our hearts. We knew in our hearts. So.
So you all take 6 psychic damage.
Okay. Shove that off.
That wasn't too
Okay.
You're all
can do that.
stunned.
There it is.
All of you are stunned until the end of its next turn as it starts to babble and howl, and you have to hold your head and stand there for a moment trying to get the noise out of your head. Wow, that's exciting. Okay. That was the end of
Very
your turn.
excited for that.
Ooh.
Diomedes, you're stunned. Rylan, you're stunned.
Good.
Okay.
So the good news is it's until the end. Yeah, it's just until the end of your turn. So Diomedes, you're stunned, you're out of it. Rylan, you're stunned, you're out of it. The creature, on its turn, scoops up the book again and flies over to
No.
Rylan, shoves it into his hands. Rylan,
Thank
you need to
you.
make a wisdom saving throw.
At last.
No.
Plus 4
Yeah.
is mine.
Oh, thank God.
Should have been mine.
So-
17.
17.
Yeah, you resist it. You
Oh,
part of you really wants to read this book, but you've seen what it does, and you fling it away and drop it.
Nope, not
Okay, I'll
today.
teach you how to read. I'll teach you how to read Inferno later.
That's
Swirling
excellent.
creature is still standing next to you. That's the end of its turn. Trinkle, you're stunned. Sugar, you're stunned. On the end of your turn, it uses one of its legendary actions.
Don't do it again.
It's
Don't do it again.
standing.
Me too.
Yeah, it's standing next to Rylan. It's
the
one of
soundboard.
its arms floats out and then
Nope.
slashes out at Rylan.
Not me.
It's standing next to you. That's gonna miss. Yeah, that's totally gonna miss. All right, and then it picks up the book. It doesn't do anything with it yet, but it picks the book back up. That was
doing
the end of Sugar's stunned turn. We're back to Ziomedes.
Oh my
You are
god.
no longer stunned.
Yes, finally. Right.
That was a
He's got the
quick
book
round
in
of everybody
his
being stunned.
Has he got the book in his hand?
The creature is currently holding the book, yes.
Right. Enough of this damn book. Can I run over and try to pry it from his hands and close it?
Sure.
That's
Go ahead and roll a athletics check.
okay. First, I just want to grab it out of him. See what happens. I should rage, really, shouldn't I? Mother realizes I'm rolling this. But, say the first one is just normal. 13.
Yeah. You go to grab it, and he hands it to you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going.
Oh.
I know, I was like, he's gonna. Oh, yep, that happened.
I'm raging now as well. Okay, so wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Thanks for cheerful, Brent.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Not getting me to read your blasphemous secrets, you cursed
You can't-
creature.
You can't get him to
You-
read anything.
You grab the book. Well, you go to grab the book, but it's weird. The thing doesn't resist you taking it. In fact, you could swear as you go to grab it, it hands it to you. You take it. For a brief moment, you want to read it, but then you very clearly know what everybody else has been going through. Shut it and drop it, and it lands poof, on the ground again.
Alright, I'll place one boot on top of it. So he can't keep grabbing it from me. Put my full weight on top of that. Um,
Come at me, bro.
I will
But
say,
Yes, that works.
as the other half of your attack, you can grapple the book.
grapple
With
the
your
book,
boot.
got it. With my
You are
boot. Awesome.
currently-
Alright.
Grappling the book. I love it. All right,
Rage
Rylan.
jumping the book.
Your
Well,
rage
this man
grappling.
has clearly been incredibly rude, and for this slight, I am going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
And he can roll me. In fact, I think I can just roll this. No, it doesn't roll. Okay, roll a Dexterity saving throw, DC 14.
Yay. Okay.
Trick is to
Oh,
roll.
nope.
Yeah, we go.
Totally fails.
And that is 23 points of lightning damage from my wand.
Holy
Enough! Unlimited power.
Your lightning slams into it. While it does damage, kind of like your firebolt, it doesn't seem to do nearly as much damage as you hoped. But it does. Lightning crackles through the swirling
That looked like a
pages,
23.
through this swirling mist, and it shudders, but it's still
It
there.
looked more like an 11 to me.
It felt more like an 11.
For some reason, it felt like half damage, and you
Weird.
don't know why. Anything else?
So strange.
No, that is my turn.
No.
Yeah. Someone help me out of here!
Okay.
We're coming.
All right, so your turn is over. It's its turn. It looks down at the book on the ground, currently being grappled by Ziomedes, and once again starts to babble. 3 creatures, Ziomedes, Ryland, and Sugar. I need you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
La 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 la, I can't hear you.
17? No, 18. 18.
Oh, actually, hold up.
Lots.
Hold on.
The old fingers in the ears work. I got
Right.
an 18 plus 4 from next to Sugar.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear my name. I was. Let's see. That is a 19. Sorry, 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I got 22.
You're gonna take a little bit of damage, but you do all resist the urge to attack each other as
Thank God.
you take 2 psychic damage, as you could swear you hear it whispering to all of you in some language you don't understand, and for a moment you all kind of eye each other. Nah.
No, I love you guys so much. I love you.
Not today.
It is going to move.
The Auric.
Okay.
We will, my friend.
It moves up to you, Ziomedes, into you and through you, down past you, and
Oh my
sinks
god.
into the floor.
Oh my goodness.
That's
And it's
just
Trickle's
rude.
turn.
Oh,
Ziomedes, it feels a cold chill.
I can't
passes
see
over
him
you,
at
but
all?
Nothing else. No, this thing has disappeared into the floor right under Ziomedes and where he is stepping on the book.
Probably trying to grab the book.
Could sing to us again.
Have a little Vector.
I like when you
But
sing.
I know, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, is anyone hurt? Does anyone need to be helped?
I mean, kind of, but I think I'm okay.
Focus on
Okay,
killing it.
I understand that.
Then I will hold the cantrip Vicious Mockery until I see it. And then, I don't know. I'll give Ziomedes inspiration. I'll be like,
Hey, Zio, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Zio! Hey, Zio!
there you go. That makes
Alright.
sense.
All right. Diomedes, it's your turn.
Okay.
No, it's my turn.
Oh, yeah, it's my.
Nope, you're right. It's Sugar's turn. Sorry.
I'm
You
at
got
the bottom.
messed up.
Okay, well, 'twas
Sugar.
next on my list because he kept grabbing it. Diomedes, excuse me real quick. Excuse me, could you just lift up your foot for just a second? Whoop-ah! Stab the book.
Yeah, the book.
Diomedes, you're gonna lift your foot.
It's either I lift my foot or it gets impaled along with the book. So yeah.
I mean, it's
I'll
up
move
to
on.
you, Chris. It's really up to you.
I
Whichever
will-
you
will.
want.
since this is kind of, it's a grapple but not a grapple, I'll let you do it off your turn, but it's up to you whether you want to stop grappling the book.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
favor my
for
toes.
Sugar as well.
I favor my toes over the pages of the book any day. So,
All right,
Work.
Diomedes
I'm
steps
going-
back. Sugar, you're gonna go attack the book. Roll me an attack.
I will use my crit.
Nice.
Whoa.
You hit
Yeah.
the book.
Correct.
Get him.
Totally hit the book.
I want to
I
beat it
forgot
up.
about those. I have a couple of those.
Yes. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Not as much as last time. So it's I don't know, is it a fiend or undead? One.
The book?
Two.
The book?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The book is
Okay.
not a fiend.
Undead
or
book.
undead.
2, 3
It's a fiendish
plus
book.
3d8 plus 9. Yeah. No. 3d8 plus 18. No, one attack. 3d8 plus 9. Whoa! Here we go. 19 points, and that's some radiant.
All right. How much radiant?
So much.
6.
Enough to cook a crab.
So much radiant. Yeah.
Your
Like so
sword doesn't
much?
seem to do anything. Your sword slams into the leather of this book. Doesn't seem to cut into it. The radiant out from it, and that sears the outside. And it seems to do some damage. Anything
Cool.
else?
I'm going to attack it again, because that was
Oh,
one
sure.
attack. Yeah. Huh. 15?
Yeah, it's a book.
Okay. We. Thank you. We put one more in
It's true. I was
there.
like, did I hit it? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's always good to
Um,
ask, but in this case, it is a book.
Okay, so that's. I'll put another Divine Smite at first level in there, so this is another 3d8 plus 9. And that's 11 points of radiant damage.
All right. It once again, your sword doesn't seem to do anything, but the divine smite crackles, and you could swear you see smoke coming off of it. Anything else?
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, wait. Everybody calm down. Everybody, 1 second.
I'm super calm. I'm so calm.
I know.
Everything's going great. How are you doing?
Yep, super
So
chill. Yeah, that's all I'll do this turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it appears again,
Oh, hey, buddy.
rising up next to the book. Trinkle, your before its legendary action can go off, your held action goes off. So you were casting
Yeah,
Vicious
the
Mockery.
vicious mockery.
Sure. What was the roll for
It's
that?
like, you look like toilet paper, and you should be flushed down the toilet. So here you go.
And then I will. It's a 2d4. It's really not. It's a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Okay. Nope, doesn't make it.
Woo! Plus, it gets 3 damage. Woo! But I think it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of
So-
damage is that?
Psychic.
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 Okay. All right. It doesn't seem to notice, although it's going to have disadvantage on its next attack. As it appears, it
likes being
seems
toilet paper.
frantic, as though it's really upset that Sugar was attacking the book. And
Me?
it starts to howl again.
Ah.
And I need everyone to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Nope.
Heh.
Oh, wait, that wasn't a
Nope.
save. So 11.
Cool.
30-20.
I'm going
nice.
to use fanatical focus and re-roll that.
Okay.
Also, rage. I can re-roll one saving throw. That's not too good. Worse, in fact. Cool. That's worth it.
Okay,
Well-
Sugar, what'd you get? I lost those numbers.
I can't do math. 11, because I have a
11.
modifier for that.
Rylan got the dirty 20s. Iomedes, what'd you end up with after all
Oh.
that? And Trinkle?
12. With her blessing.
Rylan, you are the only one who manages to resist as this thing once again babbles and howls in
Stun.
pain and fear. Sugar,
Ugh.
Iomedes, and Trinkle are stunned. And the three of you that are stunned take 8 psychic damage. Rylan, you are just going to take 4.
Okay. Ow, it still hurts.
All right, that was at the end of Sugar's turn. So Iomedes, it's your turn. You're stunned. Rylan, it's your turn.
You're good to come back.
Okay.
This thing is
okay,
now
my
hovering.
turn.
This thing's now hovering next to Iomedes, reaching for the book.
Oh, yeah. Alright. That's... Nothing works as well as I want it to. Which is annoying. Yeah. Going to firebolt it nonetheless, because everything else I do is just shit. So, that's
Right hot.
24 to hit for
Definitely hits.
4 points of fire damage.
All right.
Felt more like a 2.
Felt like a 2, didn't it?
I like it too. All right. Anything else?
I move away from it.
Okay. On its turn, it picks up the book, it swoops towards you, Rylan, and it whispers to you. It knocks over a couple of things along the way.
Yeah,
It
sounds like it.
whispers to you, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, so many saving throws, it hurts.
I know. It's like this is what this thing does.
Pretty good on the saving throws so far, though. 19.
You succeed. It whispers to you what sounds like honeyed words, but you just ignore it. And eventually, as it can tell that whatever it's trying to do fails, it and then once again shoves the book into your hands I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage because you've resisted this before.
Okay, wisdom saving throw with advantage is 16.
16 is just what you need. You
Oh, man.
shove the book away. It drops to the ground. It looks really upset. That's the end of its turn. Crinkle is stunned. Sugar is stunned. You
Yep.
can see that its plan seems to be going awry. It looks like it is about... it looks incredibly injured, and as everyone is coming out of its stunned, it uses one of its legendary actions. One last time, it picks up the book, shoves it in Ryland's face. You need one last wisdom saving throw.
Do I get advantage on this because I've resisted it before?
This
And
is
is
the
he
one you
next
get
to-
advantage on.
Oh, 17. Nice.
17.
Yeah, you're having none of this book. You don't care.
No,
at this
I
point what's in
don't want it anymore. I've had enough of it.
it. Diomedes, it's your turn.
It's in all the best parts already. Let's get to the last chapter.
You've already been spoiled.
Yeah.
In Ryland's hands, or is it on the floor?
It's on the floor again. This thing keeps picking it up and trying to shove it at Ryland,
No,
and he
yeah.
is resisting it. You've
All
never
right, then.
seen your brother resist a book before.
The book,
this is
yeah.
impressive.
I know it's weird to see
really
Ziomedes. It's weird to see Ziomedes grapple a book and like try to grab the book, and Ryland being like, "Nope."
Yeah.
It's his opposite day or something. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna have to try it. I'm gonna run up behind this creature and shove the spear through its back.
Sure.
I'm gonna use reckless attack as well. Okay. And I'm going two-handed as well.
Ooh.
So 26 to hit.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
Right. So 11 piercing. I'm gonna pop some divine fury, and he takes an extra 7 points of radiant damage.
Nice. As you plunge the spear into this thing, would you like to describe in gory detail the death of this creature?
Really? Is that all it took? That's
Oh,
amazing.
That was a ton of damage. Sugar practically half killed it herself.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I was gonna say Sugar,
8
like-
damage.
Sugar did a
sugar,
massive
mate.
amount of damage. Yeah.
Sponged it all.
That's it. Alright, so as the spear is drove through, I imagine this wispy thing being destroyed by the light itself. Whereas like a black hole would suck in like all light, this is like a light that sucks in all darkness. And I'm just gonna have it like evaporate at the tip of the spear where the radiant damage is brightest, and just see it all like dissipate and get sucked into it, and then
Yeah, absolutely. Not only does that happen, but you see the rotating wisps of paper and smoke. They coalesce on the tip of your spear and then out. And everyone roll perception check.
Okay.
yes, Doctor.
19. Goodness, I'm rolling well.
I know. I've noticed that you've like been.
19 as well.
19. All right.
I've been rolling like crap.
All right. It's the great balance of rolls. Some of your party do okay, while some of your party don't, and you lift each other up. Next week it'll be the opposite. Okay, Ryland and Ziomedes, for a brief moment as this creature explodes, implodes, evaporates, and is destroyed, you could swear you see as the black smoke is dissipated, as the paper that was surrounding it is flung out into ash, the face and the vague silhouette of a dwarf, very briefly, before it is gone.
The
You look
dwarf!
down, and all you are left with is the book.
Hey, brother, what happens when delve too deep? The secret's not meant to be uncovered.
It's a
It's what
cookbook.
happened to.
Do you want me to keep stabbing it?
Well, maybe a little
Rylan,
bit, actually.
can you are you I don't know, can you check what kind of magic's on it?
If my wand had any charges, I could.
So you're
I could
dependent on
do
your
a-
wand.
A cursory glance. I'll
I
do
could
like an
just
arcana
stab
check or
it.
something.
No more. I also joined in stabbing the book. This has gone
I
on
was just
far
saying,
enough.
the reason why I was asking is okay, I'll just join in the stabbing party.
Let's just.
All right.
Rylan, are you
We're gonna stab
Are
a
you-
book to death.
are you grabbing the book before they stab it, or are you gonna let them stab it? Because it sounds
Leave
like you
it
wanted to
alone.
examine it a bit more before.
Leave it alone.
I'll let him stab it. I'm interested enough. Not interested enough, rather, in seeing what it is.
Okay.
It's really
I'll
not
say
that
this.
cool, Rylan. It's not up your alley.
Cooking.
The stabbing doesn't seem to do anything, but the radiant damage definitely does. This, whatever. Yay! Radiant damage!
I'm so sorry. My family is watching FIFA right now, and my family
what
doesn't get as
happened.
excited about it. But holy crap, they have been. It's crazy. So I apologize for on my part.
No.
It's soccer. It does crazy things.
Listen, they're
so-
having fun. That's fine, and I love the
Yeah,
fact that
that's
there's
all I
like
can
cheering
say.
going
Yeah, they're
on
all
while you
together
guys are
having fun.
exactly, and there's cheering while you're stabbing a book. So yeah, the
Yeah,
stabbing doesn't
stabbing
really
a
do
book.
anything, but the radiant damage, obviously, any of you that are impacting it
Yeah.
radiantly, that seems to
Mm.
burn away bits of it. You watch as the leather on it is just, it's eerie. It burns not like leather, but like flesh. It burns like it peels away, and eventually the pages are left, and the pages start to peel and burn away. Sugar, since you can read it, I need you to make one last wisdom saving throw, just a straight one.
9 + 3 is 12, + 4 is 16.
That is exactly what you need. There's a moment as the binding is gone and the pages are there, and you can very clearly read it if you choose to. And there's a part of you that really wants to keep going, that wants to see what it was that this thing was trying to let you read, but you
Mhm.
close your eyes and keep doing your damage. And eventually, all that's left of this book is a pile of ash.
Whew.
As
It is
you-
done.
As you finish this this task and destroy the book and kind of take a breath and look up into the room, when you'd first entered, it looked like a room that had been untouched by time. There had been these bookshelves with books, there was the table, and now it's as though an illusion has fallen away. The bookshelves are bare and not even standing anymore. The table is leaning hard against the wall and is cracked and worn. The candles and the candle holders that were there seem to be the only thing that is new. You suspect that this dwarf that you've been following probably brought the candles with him. And that's the only thing that seems to be not decrepit and destroyed by time.
Is there any
What happened?
evidence of the dwarf at all down here?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Whatever evil this was, let it be a lesson to those who delve into dark secrets. Looks at Rylan. That
Wait, what? Is someone
I
over
didn't
there?
even touch it. I didn't touch anything. She
I
touched it. She touched it. I didn't touch it at all. I resisted the
not
whole
talking of-
time, even
I'm not blaming
trying
you,
to
Tom.
read this thing.
I'm not blaming about touching right in this instant. I mean, as a
Wait, what are we
whole.
touching?
We're just making vague
Like-
touching statements now, are we? Well, if we're just vaguely touching things, then
I vaguely touched diabetes on the forehead. Like,
I talk about it as a life lesson, not as this instance who touched the book. I don't care about that. I care about your.
no, but
Well,
you're
I
not
do.
my dad. You're my brother, not my dad.
Someone has to say it. Look what this dwarf became. That's not right.
Trinkle, what was your investigation check?
Oh, I think 15.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt all that because it was awesome, but I promised you an investigation. You don't see any evidence of a dwarf other than the ash pile that is left over from this creature that you've destroyed.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is
That thing-
unfortunate.
Well, we know what happened to him. That thing was the dwarf. Did anyone else see
Did I
it?
see him? Yeah, I nod and say, I wasn't sure if I started running away.
It ran into the other room and now
Sound.
it's slaughtering a whole bunch
The
of people in
sound.
the other room.
I
Wait,
hear
did
it.
you guys
By
see
the way,
the dwarf?
At the very end, you saw as this thing was basically being burnt by the radiant damage, you saw the outer layer of it peel away like an onion, and the inner layer, as it was being destroyed, seemed to be the dwarf. A
Maybe it's
dwarf.
got that
Ah.
way
I actually don't know
from
what this dwarf looks like.
reading. It might have gotten that way from reading the book.
Perhaps.
Rylan, roll a Arcana check.
That is a 22.
22.
Holy
You've heard
crap,
about
Will.
these
Well,
Yeah, you
sorry?
now that you have a moment to think about it, about what this creature was and everything around it, you've heard of Aleps. You've it's actually something you've kind of kept in the back of your mind as you are a pursuer of knowledge, that there are cursed bits of knowledge out in the world that consume those who learn about it and drives them to turn into these creatures that then are also consumed with passing that knowledge on. They become so wrapped up in this curse, this knowledge, that they try to rid themselves of it by passing it to other people. And whatever was in this book, probably something specific, turned this dwarf into this creature.
I keep this to myself. I don't need one of Zymedi's lectures right now.
Rylan takes a very long look at the ashes and the ashes of this book and just kind of nods sagely.
Whatever
Oh,
it
so
is,
I was
it's
right.
gone now.
Are you agreeing with the thing that I said aloud a second ago? Because
Yes. Certainly,
cool.
whatever that was,
Nailed
yes.
Was
We
pretty much
should move
the
on.
right answer.
Does anyone know
Yeah.
of a good beer recipe?
No, I don't
Whoa,
think I
whoa.
ever want to drink again, frankly.
That's actually accurate. No, I'm just curious. I don't know. We could give him a nice beer recipe, just not this
No,
one.
we can tell that guy to go screw himself. I didn't really care about this poor guy.
That's. Yep. Okay, well, is there anything else we need to do here, or should we start heading up?
Well, we found the dwarf. We could have a look around and see if there's anything left to loot. Other than that, though, seems like most of the useful information from this place has gone.
Yeah, I mean, we destroyed the useful information, but in a
Right,
good way,
with
happy way.
holy fire.
Yeah,
Nothing
with
useful
sugar, that's
about
so
that.
cool.
It was pretty cool, right? Did you see it when I just like... That was cool.
Oh, wow. What, Tayo?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
No, you didn't say.
No, what'd you say?
Softened them up for me. That was all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sugar
yeah,
softened it
yeah,
up for
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm
You're so cute.
probably you were the MVP that time. But
I start climbing up the ladder, glaring.
I
Was
follow
the
up.
mail-
You did heal her, and that was cool.
really bad. Yeah, I tried to help, but God, that thing was constantly babbling. Some nonsense. Didn't
Yeah,
understand.
I wish I could just shut it up, but I don't have a way to shut it up. I'll be honest. But I
That
think we
means
should
takes
head
one.
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one more look around the room. not for anything interesting, but for anything left to basically purge or destroy. That is, in order to fully rid this place of whatever evil it had.
Roll a perception check.
Okay, a quick look. Make sure there's literally not a single page left. 16.
There's nothing. There's a few splinters of wood of bookshelves. There is the half a table. There is the ash. And nothing.
Good. Just being vigilant. And I'll also head back out, probably last.
Okay. And you guys are gonna head back up the hole into the Deep Trespasser pub?
Yes.
Yeah, let's take the carpet up.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys get on the carpet and takes a little while. You guys were pretty deep down. Rise back up into the living space of this dwarf that you guys had been investigating. Felix, the guard, still standing there, kind of arms crossed. You haven't been gone for too long. You've been gone for maybe like 2.5, 3 hours. But he's still standing there. He kind of straightens a little bit when he sees you and says, you back? You find anything?
What didn't we find? Do you believe us
we
if we
didn't
fought a
find
giant?
any unicorns. We didn't find any dragons. We didn't
No
find any
magical
mightiness
swords.
down there. No magic swords. You want me to
Wasn't
keep going? I could
He
keep
kinda-
going.
He looks back and forth between Zymes and Sugar, realizes that Sugar is just going to list off all the things you didn't find, and looks back at Zymes
Yeah.
and said, "So let's walk and talk. I can bring you on over back to the boss. What did you find? What is going
Yeah.
on?"
You see, Ziomedes, I softened this guy up for you.
Oh wow, that was merely banter. If you think I was trying to be malicious, then we have
No,
a
I
lot of
didn't.
issues.
I didn't. I thought we were bantering. This is banter. This is what banter is.
This seems like friendly banter.
It seems
going to
like
read-
super friendly banter.
If this is friendly banter, then I don't want to be hanging out with you guys. You guys, this is
I
weird.
don't know
don't
why our
want to
parents
hang
sugar.
Never encouraged you to hang out with us.
Yeah.
Our parents should have
Well,
called you.
let's get you
Our
to
parents should have called you
poison.
salt, not sugar.
What did you just say to me? What did you
Nothing.
just say to me?
More banter.
No, because I heard you say something.
Yes, you're more salty than sweet. That's all I was saying.
I put my hand on the hilt of my scary, scary sword. And I just look at him for a long second, and then I smile very sweetly. And I hook my other brother's arm, and I start walking.
Well, yes, a successful mission, as I was saying. Yes, we found the dwarf. He's dead.
Oh, well, if that's your idea of successful, then I kind of understand the banter that's been going on here. All right. Well, hold the details, and we'll go talk to Borzen. And he brings you guys back outside to Borzen Opalpike, who still seems to be going through a ton of paperwork. You see architectural plans. You see he seems to be really busy now that they know that they can't go to that other cavern. And he does have a large bag on his desk. This blue and silver bag is sitting there, and he says, "Oh yeah, come on in. Yeah. It's only been a couple hours, but I was able to get a couple things that you wanted. And I hear you were off doing something else, looking for Harbeck, right? He's been disappeared for a while. What happened to him?"
He's super dead. He delved too deep, too greedily.
Just like,
Did I do it right?
Yeah, he's
Rylan,
really,
did I
really
do it
dead.
right? Rylan,
Absolutely.
I said it? I said it right.
You did.
Aw. Keep holding
Well-
his arm, look at Ziomedes.
I don't exactly know what super dead is versus just dead, but I was sorry to hear about that.
It's when you're undead
killed
and
him?
then you have to be killed again. Super dead.
Oh.
Right.
You're so
Kind of died
smart,
twice.
Rylan.
Double
So
dead.
smart.
Yeah.
I know.
Where? Well,
Dead.
what what'd you find down there? Because I gotta do a full accounting of what was down there.
Don't go down there. Do not go down there. Don't go down there.
All right, we won't. But if I've learned anything from what Hughes was doing in the other place, it's that we don't just want to seal it off. We want to like leave records of why. Because if you just seal places off, people then want to go in and see what you sealed off. But we could tell people don't go there because shit got bad. Then they'll go, oh, I won't go in there. Okay, it'll be fine.
Yes. Okay. So there were some kind of undead things. No, I've got it. There was a crab, and then there was like an undead thing, and then there was like another undead thing that used to be Halbeck. Is that right?
Harbeck Underhorn. Yeah.
Harbeck used to be Harbeck, and now his spirit is at rest, but the place still very, very dangerous. So you should not go there.
All right. He kind of once again picks up a little bit of this tension between Sugar and Diomedes. He's listening and nodding and like making notes, but like every once in a while looking over at Diomedes. Is, okay, all right. I'll make sure that they're gonna go seal up that hole. We'll contact the rest of his family, make sure they know what's going on with the Deep Trespasser pub. Probably gonna want to change that. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Wasn't expecting you to go off and do like another whole job while I was getting your stuff, but I got it. And he reaches over and he grabs the bag and he pulls it in front of him, and it's this very large, almost like a backpack, blue and silver bag. And he says, "All right, so I was able to get 3 of the things that you wanted. I wasn't able to really get potions in time. Those are a little hard to come by, but." And he opens up the flap on the bag and reaches down into the bag. And immediately all of you can see that his arm, this bag is maybe about 2 feet, 3 feet tall, 2, 3 feet wide. He reaches into it, his arm goes way down, way further than it should. And he pulls out a pair of gloves.
Yes! Even better.
Gloves! And Trinkle, immediately seeing the gloves, is like, ooh! And they're gorgeous, like blue gloves with what look like tiny little bits of webbing in between them. And they're long. They almost go up to an elbow. And he lays those down on the table, and he looks over at Trinkle and he says, "You wanted some gloves, and we found some nice stuff. Those are, we don't really go swimming around here too much, and so I was able to get these for you." And he hands those over. He reaches back down into the bag and then like jerks a little bit and has to manipulate it a little bit. And he pulls out a shield, and it's this bright silver shield. That I don't have pulled up, and now I am really annoyed. But he pulls out this bright shield and hands it. He puts it down on the table in front of Diomedes.
My eyes go wide. They sparkle with anticipation.
Anticipation. Yeah, he says, I was able to find this in the stores. You guys were asking about that sword the one guy had. We weren't able to get you a sword, but you seemed really keen on a shield. And your shield is looking... You got yourselves an interesting shield. I'll say that.
It's the hatch, and it's covered in crab meat. Yeah. What's wrong with this?
Yeah. I tell you what, you can keep both of them, and you can decide if you like this. And he pushes over onto the desk this shield. It's got this eye symbol emblazoned on the front of it. And then he turns over the bag, and he kind of shakes it a little bit, and then nods to himself and says, "Yeah, okay, so I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else in this." And he pushes over the bag, and he goes, "And that's one of those bags that, like, you could stick all kinds of shit in. Like, you put everything in there. It's just, it holds everything."
Useful.
And he pushes that on over, too. He goes, "And that should put us pretty square. I mean, that's pretty much all I can find for you, but that's some pretty nice stuff, if you ask me."
What do these do? What do the gloves do?
Well, gloves, like, if you put them on, and you go swimming or you go climbing, it makes you really, really good at swimming and climbing. But as I said, it's not like, we're not near any big things of water around here, so it's okay. The shield, my understanding, I've never used it myself, but not only is it a shield, it's kind of a nice shield, and he looks back over at your shield with the crab meat on it. He's like, don't get me wrong, you've got a nice shield there, but this is a pretty nice shield. And you seem to just be able to see things a little bit better when you got this shield. It's pretty cool. And the bag is just one of those bags. It's got the interdimensional space in it.
Very handy.
Yeah, I think I said that right. Yeah, I think I got that right.
Thank you. These are fitting rewards.
And so for out of game purposes, it is obviously a bag of holding. The gloves are gloves of swimming and climbing. And I'm pulling that up here. And the shield is a sentinel shield. So the gloves. Yeah, so the gloves give you a +5 bonus to athletics checks if you want to climb or swim. The sentinel shield is a regular shield with an AC that gives you the +2 for your AC. Plus, it gives you advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom and perception checks. And the bag of holding is just a stylish bag of holding that holds bags. No, it holds anything.
Oh.
He pushes that all over and he goes, so I think this makes us square. I'm not sure if there's anything else. I got nothing else to do for you.
No,
but,
I would really, really love to get out of this town.
I would very much appreciate being away from you and all of your people.
Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, especially since I just paid you.
It's not rude. I'm just being honest.
We're working on him sharing his feelings.
You do know the difference between rude and sharing is what you're saying, right?
He's
I
a
don't
jerk.
understand.
Anyway. Okay.
All right. Well, I hear your friend might be awake back at the tavern. We got you covered over there, and so when you're ready to leave, you just go. We'll take care of you over at the Drunken Dog, and is all good.
Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you for your help.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right. You guys wander back over to the Drunken Dog Tavern, where you hear that Nyla has finally awoken from her long and deep slumber. And we'll stop there. So that the next week we can actually have Nyla with being finished with her long and deep slumber.
Nice. Well, my friends, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Monthly Modules. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do let us know there in the chat. And of course, stick around for our next game. Atomic Cthulhu is coming right up. And I do hear that Agent Gumball is back, and he is ready to gumble. So stick with us for that. And of course, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the second part of our two-part series of Triumphing, in which I am running those guys through the Blade Runner-inspired world. So stick with us for that. But let's go around to cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Obo Crazy, great job tonight. What do you think about tonight's show?
Oh, thank you. I had a lot of fun. This was a little more combat heavy than some of the other games that we had run, but I thought it was time to maybe put you through a little bit of your combat paces, and also, give you fun stuff in as loot for it. But yes, it's always fun to play with you guys. It's always fun to throw things at you and see how you react. And it's always fun to have 20 million wild magic surges that makes a combat way more interesting and way more difficult. So thank you, chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that every week wild magic surges just get more intense. I am Lauren. I also go by Obo Crazy online. You can find me at Obo Crazy on Twitter. You can find obocrazy.com. Most people know me from the podcast Dungeon Drunks, which also comes out every Monday. So if you're not sick of me yet, you can go subscribe to Dungeon Drunks on all of your podcasting apps. We are getting ready for our live game at RTX, and we've just started a couple weeks ago a new storyline. So don't be concerned if you go to dungeondrunks.com and see that we have over 100 episodes. Just go back a couple episodes, you'll be fine. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter for D&D stuff and classical music stuff, because I am a professional oboist, even though it's the summer. and I don't play too much, but every once in a while I like to put oboe stuff out there. And if you request something from me on Twitter, more than likely I will actually record something for you. So follow me there, and otherwise
Awesome.
come back next week and see what these awesome people do.
Awesome stuff. And thanks so much to Scraticus for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. How you guys doing? We're just finishing off our first show here of Dungeons and Dragons, but stick with us. We're about to head into our next game of Call of Cthulhu. Welcome in, everyone. If you guys enjoy yourselves here, we're about to play some more games, so stick with us for that. And follow the show if you haven't yet. Welcome in. Let's go to Lauren. That's Salty Ginger.
Yeah, that was... Yeah. Yeah, I found it's nice to smite stuff. Always. You can find me on Twitter at @ThatSaltyGinger and play lots of games around the internet on the Greyhawk channel Thursday afternoons and Saturday nights. We just started a new campaign. It's like level 15. We're going to fight an ancient red dragon. It's going to be lots of fun. Greg DMs that over on the Greyhawk channel. And then we've got Conan coming up, Conan Age Undreamed Of, and Pulp Cthulhu Project Athena on Greg's channel as well. So you can catch me around.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lauren. And Chris, I muted myself just as I was about to say her name. It wasn't a microaggression. Chris.
And awesome. Hi. Yeah, thank you very much for the session. It was awesome. Even though it's combat heavy, I like combat. I like all kind of aspects of D&D. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to kind of get. Killing giant crabs was great as well. Brought me back. Now, funny enough, Scrat has invaded. I'll actually be on his Wednesday one-shot wonders, just for a one-shot, where I'll be playing the transmutation wizard, forest gnome, Fangwort Fabblestabble, who is obsessed with turning everything into wood. So catch me then on Wednesday. Tune in. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of laughs as we go into the Feywild. Other than that, you can catch me on Twitter at @Senrith_. But yeah, thanks again for the session. Awesome. Can't wait to see you next Monday.
Thanks so much, Chris. And Turtle D. You are muted, my friend.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep the FIFA down. Apparently there's been 2 goals in the last of it, so I will be joining them in a second. I do like football or soccer. Anyway, my name is Mad Toto D. I go by Mad Toto D on Twitter and also Toto D on Twitch. I am a variety streamer, primarily Blizzard games. I absolutely enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons. I had such a fun time today, and I can't wait to have hopefully Nyla next week back. Just because, even though I love playing with all us, it's nice to have a full group of people. Anyway, just feel free to catch me on my channels. I'll post in chat later, and I can't wait for next week already. Oh no, happy
Thanks
American Day on Wednesday. Woo.
Yay.
Happy Canada Day, yo, like now.
Oh yeah,
apparently.
Canada Day.
Being a
I'm sorry, Canada.
Being a
Happy
Canadian, I'm
Day.
deeply offended.
Canada, our home and native. I could sing the whole thing.
On that bombshell, my friends. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in a minute for our next show. Until then, try not to roll too many net ones. We want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, Canada.
Alrighty, everybody.